Sterling Bank is a full-service community bank committed to the community, their customers, and the people and businesses who call Northwest Arkansas home. At Sterling Bank, you will find a complete menu of products and services designed to make your banking experience pleasant and productive. Visit your local branch in Fayetteville, Rogers, or Bentonville to experience friendly, top-notch customer service and to discover the Sterling difference. Member FDIC.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes are cool because they give you options. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and the adventurous $9 box. So, yeah, choices are great. But don't sleep on how there's only 3. Perfect number. Imagine if there were, 49 choices. That's too many. Or if there were just one, get out of here. So 3 it is. You just gotta pick one. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. I participate in Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. Hope you get a chance to soak up some sunshine today. But even with all that sunshine, we're going to stay on the milder side, especially for this time of year. By lunchtime, only getting into the low to mid 60s before topping out in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s across the area, with just a light breeze coming in out of the north, 5 to 10 miles an hour. That wind shifts directions. By tomorrow, it's out of the south, and it will be a breezy one, but 70s are back for everyone. With your Get Ready weather, I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Hello, once again. Your old radio pals back at it again here on Ruskin and Zach.
Whoopee! A Zeppelin!
Welcome in, ESPN Arkansas, the Hit That Line Now app, which, of course, is brought to you by Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Arns, Altoid #1, deployed. There it goes.
Let's roll.
You saw that our MBI Platinum Plus members just saw that on the YouTube and Facebook and wherever else people watch this thing.
We've got to come up with a system of rewards for the MBI Platinum Plus, particularly the 27 people who are always there before it starts.
I'll tell you what, if you pay me money, I will call you and talk sports. There's your rewards right there.
How is that a reward if it has – the key to the rewards program is that I don't have to pay.
No. You pay. No. The key to the rewards program is you pay and you get very little back, but it feels like you're getting – like this is the whole credit card rewards thing. Rewards are nothing, but you feel like they're very important,
right. Even
though you every month the fees rack up and you end up putting $80 more or whatever on the ledger or against the ledger or something like that. I don't know how it works, but anyway.
We do need to start the day It is tax day.
That's right.
So pay your taxes or be one of those tax evaders. Whatever
And
your
go to
choice
jail.
is, whatever your choice is, do it properly. Shout out to the IRS website this morning. It made it incredibly difficult for me to give them money.
They love doing that.
I don't understand. Like, I'm giving you money. I'm trying to make an electronic
approach.
transfer, and you keep telling me that some line is off. Who cares?
It's an interesting approach to make it as difficult as possible when you're in the income collecting business to make it difficult to collect income.
And whatever you do, don't call. That's a 2-hour process all by itself, just to get to someone who then will put you on hold.
Right. Now, I would imagine, is this still, a lot of people would understand this, particularly in our crowd. To get around a phone tree, if you just start swearing, does that still work and you get a person quicker? I heard this once, that if you just start swearing, dropping F-bombs into the phone, you will bypass the please press one.
Interesting. I didn't
and you'll
know
get
that.
to a human. I don't know if that works or not.
I just start hitting 0.
Oh, I just
bop, bop, bop,
right.
just until it just goes dead, and then either they disconnect me or they send me to somebody.
Okay.
But
there's got to be a workaround for all
I'm
this
willing
stuff.
to try the swearing thing. If you've tried it, 877-377-6963. I'd love to hear what the cussing class sounds like.
Right. I think one of my wife's coworkers did that, and he was just sitting there in the office cussing, and he ended up getting through to.
Okay, we're doing check-ins here. Apparently, Ross from Paris has checked in. He's here. Bailey is now concerned that the MBI rewards program is a scam.
Okay. Yes, it is. We will, but here's the difference. We'll tell you up front it's a scam. There's no wondering here or anything like that. Let's see here. That's a good response. Thank you, Wes.
Yep.
Asked and answered for Wes at Springdale.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I want to save this.
Now, Troll Monster says no, hitting the 0 and swearing doesn't work. They just disconnect you. That must be a new policy.
Okay, so it doesn't work. Then don't try that. I have. Let me do this in a little while. We got to build up the drama here.
Sure.
I will be adding something to the wall of promises.
Okay.
Coming up here in half hour, so whatever it takes. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'll be doing. So that's coming up. Stick around for that.
Okay. Yep.
It went so well the last time. We're doing it again. So we'll have that.
Robert from Bull Shoals has checked in. Good to have Robert along. Robert, a longtime MBI member.
Why are we checking in?
I don't, because you know what? It's tax day. Everybody's suffering today.
That's true.
Hey, did you see Ty was doing the sideline reporting for the Jays last night?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah, that guy was rizzing him up, as the young people say, right?
After listening to it, it was an uncomfortable bit, I think.
Oh, you think it was staged?
Without question, I think it was staged.
Let's set the scene here,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about mamas. Don't let your babies be named Nico.
Oh.
2 Nicos are having a difficult day. One you know about, one you may not know as much about. So the Braves are in Toronto at Rogers Center.
That is correct.
Which is really the Sky Dome, but they call it Rogers Center now because they paid the money. And he's in some sort of one of these areas where they have like bar top seating,
Sure.
like up in the upper
Right.
tank somewhere. And this reporter guy, Wyatt.
Wiley. Either way, bad choice.
He is standing between 2 blonde women, talking to them. I guess he thought they were Braves fans. I don't know. It's the Braves telecast with
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it sounded like. You know what? Remember when Mel Allen used to do "You Make the Call"?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, is this creepy or is this just Ty? Hang on, it gets worse.
Oh, I don't know. I'm hoping.
Oh, she doesn't know.
What about you? Are you Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way. Okay, Wiley.
That was bad enough.
Okay, so I have a couple of thoughts
Yeah,
here.
go ahead.
Number one, how many times have we all heard "woof"? I don't know in our lives back in the day. And 2, He went with the classic. So you come here often?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Toronto.
Hang on, because it gets worse. Maybe.
You want to go to a hockey game later?
So now he's under pressure.
Yeah. Well, the guys in the booth are egging him on.
Well, at this point, you can't see this unless you've seen the video. At this point, he pulls out his phone.
Yeah.
This is a total time move.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
Well, it's also.
It doesn't end well.
It's all.
Yeah, she thinks you're a creep, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
There are things you cannot do. Hitting on someone at a wedding, cliche. Very bad form. This, using your position to manipulate a situation like this, also incredibly cliche. This would be akin to wearing an earpiece to a bar.
I've seen that.
Yes, I know.
And makeup.
I know. Or
went right off the 10 p.m. desk right to the bar.
And I'm
Stir
and
back
I'm
in the day,
this,
by the way.
I've been to Stir.
It's not there anymore, so I can call it out.
This is Ty. I hope you're listening because I want you to hear how creepy this sounds. This is akin to, he's up here trying to interview these women. Ha, 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 ha. Can I get your number? Ty, this is akin to bringing your business cards.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Okay. Does everybody see it?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. And she sounds like she just walked out of a Tim Hortons.
But in the end, she ends up putting the number in his phone.
Yeah, she does.
So we'll see. I wonder if Wiley after the game had a dalliance in that hotel in the Rogers Center. They got a hotel out there in the outfield, so they make it easy for you. Boom boom and whatnot. So I mean, I don't know what happened with Wiley there, but that is your sport. That's the high point of your sport yesterday. Other than your Red Sox starter giving up 12 and 2 1/3 inning.
Everywhere. When it was good, man.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You won one 6 years ago. What do you mean when it was good?
I turned the game on last night. I had a couple things to do. I flipped the game on last night because I am if nothing else. And by the way, I found a way around the. I watched the entire Yankees-Royals game last night and the entire Cardinals game. Anyway,
yeah.
I flipped the game on last night. Excited to see my Bo Sox. I hadn't watched them all weekend. Was working. I flip it on. It's 14-1. And I'm like, oh hell, come on.
So they ruined your anticipation.
They really
by
did.
Being down 13 before the popcorn got hot.
They really, really, really did. Now, legally speaking, I can hop to the Reds because Tito's over there, right?
This is still America. You can do whatever you want, man.
This was me. Just sitting there looking at the TV. Carly Simon's anticipation. Punched in the face. It was 14-1.
Right.
They suck.
Yep.
They suck.
Great.
No, it's not great.
This is going to power us through the summer. The worse they are, the better this will be.
Oh, gosh. And this is the year I can legally complain about them.
Yes, you can. You have all the. It's there you go.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I had a hell of a night.
You can do that. Yeah, this guy was funny. I want to get that. Oof. I don't know.
I'll get it with 2 channels next time.
Yeah, did anyone hear it? I heard it. I don't know if anybody heard it.
Nobody. Yeah, you and I drove us nuts, but
well, I don't know. I know we don't broadcast in stereo, so I just hope you got the right channel and not the left. Because if you got the left, you didn't hear anything during all that. I don't know. If this is technical, complicated, I don't know how it all works. Zach presses a button and it plays. That's all I know.
This is a test.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, Ty does take on a lot of water around here.
He really does.
And some people are like, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yes, some people are Teflon.
Like they never called fouls on Jordan.
Yeah.
But then, Dennis Rodman would get like 14 technicals a game or whatever, and he'd punt the ball into the crowd.
To be fair, Ty earns some of the flack that he gets.
Enjoy the pleasure of an Arkansas win and pleasuring yourself to that win, man.
He did do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes he earns it.
Right. We were reminiscing with our contest winner yesterday, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were both remembering where you were when you heard that live, because he heard it as well as I think as you did. on that particular postgame show.
I was in Rudy.
That's right.
And almost drove off the road. I was
stirring up gravel. You spun over on the side.
I was in the left lane. I almost dove across traffic into the right lane when I heard that. And then immediately sent him a text. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't say that.
Oh, you can.
Well, and that's exactly what
he
he
has said it 100,000 times over because the internet never forgets. So.
Yeah.
Man.
Right. Let's see here. Here is Doug in Mountain Home texting.
God, that was boring.
Portal season is crazy.
Yeah.
Pierre to SMU, Wilkerson to Indiana.
Ain't over.
Who's Pierre and who's Wilkerson?
Great question.
Okay.
I'm assuming these are lacrosse players.
Oh, the lacrosse portal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is there a lacrosse portal?
Probably.
Is there like a fencing portal?
I don't know. Foil.
What's wrong with
saber?
Foil and saber. Those are the two. That's like the heavyweight and the light heavyweight division.
Right. Yeah.
Dagger is not where you want to be.
Is there a dressage transfer portal?
A what?
Dressage.
What is
that?
Equestrian. Why didn't you just say equestrian?
Because I wanted
You're showing off an area.
I wanted to sound fancy. I wanted to say dressage.
Dressage?
Yeah.
That sounds like something you pay extra for. Candle wax.
Get a feather in your ear.
And in your ear.
Vin DeBona. That's right.
Who is that?
That's the guy who created America's Funniest Home Videos.
Vin DeBona.
Television producer extraordinaire. Vin DeBona. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he said it with the pauses like I do to make it sound worse than it was.
I don't know how y'all are feeling about this, but today is that day. We're doing bum in 2 days. And there are a lot of bums.
Well, yeah, they're out there.
We have loaded up on our bum of the week nominees.
Yeah.
I mean, Nico and Nico's dad, easy choices. However, we've added a few more today.
Now, we need to know the rules here.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought this up.
All right.
Nico's dad.
Okay, now hang on. This is Bum of the Week talk, sponsored by Crane Automotive.
Right. Well, this is an open, frank discussion on Bum of the Week. This is not the
Fireside
official
chat.
This is not the official Bum of the Week segment.
Okay.
But this is this is the making of, I guess you could say. Okay. So Nico's dad is also the father of a Razorback.
Mm-hmm.
So are we allowed?
No.
Under the Constitution of Arkansas.
No.
Under the bylaws that guide us. Under the rules set forth by Sports Information and Media Relations that say don't talk about this or we'll ban you, or make Ruscin a producer, just take him off the air. Are we allowed to say anything about Nico's father on this particular program? We are not.
No.
Then he's doing a fine job.
Okay, we're gonna have some fun last.
He's doing a fine job.
He's doing a great job.
I mean, like any old dad would.
Yeah, steered his son out of a $2.4 million deal right into $1 million deal.
Yes, that's right.
Good.
Because, I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this. We're not?
No.
As the edict come down from, where are you picking up the manila envelope with the talking points these days?
Down at the place where you get the cinnamon rolls in Farmington.
Oh, I see. With the big
rows.
door and the little door?
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. You meet in the parking lot, second and third space.
Okay,
7 a.m. on a Sunday. That's where you get the manila envelope.
Then that's where we get what we're supposed to talk about. All right,
last
good.
couple of times I hadn't gotten my cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, that's right.
I was late. A lot of stuff going on.
Okay, yeah. Lots going on.
Yeah.
Bailey with a loophole. If the younger brother leaves after spring ball, we may do whatever we want.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. That is an excellent point, Bailey. Thank you.
Robert needs to know, do you go to a doctor for a dressage?
Yeah. Ask your doctor if dressage is right for you.
Did we compare Rodman to Ty?
I was trying to come up with somebody who was always getting in trouble from that era. I kept thinking of Rasheed Wallace, but he was after that era.
How about one of the Corey Haim?
Corey Haim?
Yes.
He didn't play basketball.
But he always got in trouble.
You mean play basketball?
He got in trouble.
Okay. Woody Harrelson used to get in trouble back then.
Still does.
Not that much.
You mean play basketball?
Not as much.
No. I mean, he's a little bit older now, but I mean,
we don't care if you smoke pot anymore in this country. So
also true.
That's all he does.
But with the edible situation, why are you firing it up?
Oh, old school. Some people
I understand, but
some people like to hold the the heater in their hand. I guess
doesn't
I don't know.
Like attract the popo.
Well, not if you're in the privacy of your gated mansion in Beverly Hills somewhere or Hawaii or wherever he lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So those are.
So we cannot. So to be fair, I want to again establish clear guardrails here. If Andy texts in that Nico's dad is an idiot, I can't read that.
No,
because his dad is a father of a Razorback. Okay,
however,
right.
if you say it in character,
okay, all right,
bumpity bum.
Okay.
If you have the character say the offensive,
because see, I don't have a great voice like I'm as the Captain Frank. I got to.
You're a D1 bum.
Got to do it in character. All right. Okay, just wanted to get all this clear. So, Andy, you could text that, but we can't read it because there's nothing worse than being banned and getting banned again. You know what I mean? I love the way they spin it, too. He's not banned. He can go. Yeah, right. Sure. Tell me you don't know what's going on without telling me you don't know what's going on. Someone even said they've never banned anybody. Sure.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, right. Maybe they haven't banned you in 50 years, but please, come on. Yeah, we're on the outside. And we like it this way, by the way. It's great. It's great for our image. All right. I got a promise for the wall of promises.
Okay.
That we will do here coming up in a little bit.
Do I know about this?
Yes.
Okay.
I showed it to you like 3 minutes before we went on the air.
Were we making eye contact when you showed it to me? Okay,
No.
I don't know what it is.
But I asked you where the thumbtacks were. Because I got to tack it up back there. Yes.
Oh.
God, what happened to you?
I've got a lot going on.
Oh, my God.
I'm busy in here and I'm old.
Man, you're 2 clicks from the oatmeal falling out of your mouth every day. Good Lord. All right.
You are a bum.
I think she's right about that.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Lewis Automotive Group Hotline, 877-377-6963. That's good for calling or for texting. Or if you just want to prank call and say, is your refrigerator running? You better go get it. Hilarious. Good material. So we'll get to all of this coming up here. Ruscin and Zach coming at you on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Don't go anywhere.
The Crane team is your home for all your automotive needs. With 16 different locations across the state and America's favorite brands, the Crane team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane cash discounts, the Crane team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Buick, GMC, Ford, Chevy, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard. Power your tailgate. Power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate...
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. Even if your bracket is busted, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with a free Sweet 16 bracket and live betting on every remaining tournament game. With the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to MLB, NHL, and MMA, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the luxe you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets.
Check out our
Original
latest
beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
Thanks for watching. And businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with Penny Malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
ESPN 99.5. We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
And your news was brought to you by the Good Chair because there was nowhere to sit. Get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by and tell Robert Errolman Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you would like a seat in the Good Chair. Hey, we got baseball tonight out at Baum.
Arkansas, will you make the Final Four? In them wacky uniforms with the pigs with horns. And did I hear you say you were playing a game today with the home crowd yelling, woo, pig suey? Hey, those pigs may be hogs, but they're kosher to me. Capiche?
UAPB is in town tonight for what should be an absolute ass-kicking. First pitch tonight just after 6 p.m. We're on the air at 5:30 with the Dugout Show on selected ESPN Arkansas stations. And as we like to say around here, May your station be selected.
Well, let's hope so.
Texas A&M coming to town this weekend in what could be a wet one. After missing the NBA playoffs and play-in tournament, Suns said, Mike Budenholzer, you're gone. They fired him yesterday, third consecutive season that the Suns have not made the playoffs. Their owner, who's an absolute nutcase, Matt
Ishbia? Yeah, he's a fool.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
But he's a rich fool, so he can get away with it.
They're going to get it right on this one.
No, they're not. So they signed Budenholzer 5 years, $50.
Yep.
They're now going to pay him $40 million to not coach.
4 years for $40 to quit. You know what? That's good work if you can
I'm going to St. Bart's. I'll see y'all later, all right?
The Pelicans have fired Executive Vice President David Griffin. You don't know who he is.
No, I don't.
Because they've got stars in their eyes. Looks like the Pelicans are going to hire Joe Dumars
as their new
executive.
Wow.
Little history last night in the Major Leagues. Paul Skeens and Henry Davis became the first players in National League history to be a pair of number 1 overall selections as a battery. If you don't know what a battery is, I can't help you.
The pitcher and the catcher.
Thank you. Yankee slugger Aaron Judge has been named the captain of Team USA. He's never participated in the World Baseball Classic. He will do so in 2026. And this is my favorite story of the day.
Good.
Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are going to get their jerseys retired at Colorado.
That's
Hunter,
cute.
totally understand. Wore number 12, won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders, barely over 500 in league play. But he's the coach's kid, so.
It's cute.
Please tell me there's not preferential treatment. Your Ruscin and Zach X polls, brought to you by no one in particular, and I'm being forced to do this. When making pasta, is it ever okay to mix different types of pasta together like a psychopath? 53.7% of you said no.
That is a leading question, by the way, the way you wrote that.
Overruled.
Leading the witness.
Look, if I got to put them up, I can ask leading questions.
Leading the witness.
Given the state of things here in the United States, if you awakened from a coma today, would you ask them to put you back under? 59% of you said yes.
On tax day, of course.
Yeah. This is my favorite question we've had in a long time. 5,000 senior citizens were asked by the AARP for their best advice on saving money for their later years. Here are the top 3 answers. Which one is the best? Use someone else's money, don't take your grandkids out, or don't buy the round. 73% of you said use someone else's money. 20% of you said don't buy the round. Only 6% of you said don't take the grandkids out. Those are your Ruscin and Zach X polls brought to you by no one. Go grab ass.
Okay.
All right, this Shedeur Sanders thing. Now, you brought up Shiloh Sanders, Fredo, of the Sanders clan.
Yes.
He is terrible. And Shedeur Sanders is going to be one of the biggest busts in NFL history. He's going to go in the top 10. The guy sucks. He's not going to be any good.
Okay.
But there are, and this is the part that bothers me, is there are players with better cachet at the University of Colorado than Shedeur Sanders. How about Eric Bieniemy? Darian Hagan. What's his name? Sal Inessi. I mean, these are all incredibly important players. Kadavis McGee. I can go on. Tom Ruin. I can go on and on and on, who have done more for the University of Colorado than Shedeur Sanders. Rashawn Salam won a Heisman Trophy. Cordell Stewart. On and on and on and on. Guys that were better than Shedeur Sanders in college. But this is Deion's program now.
Well, like much of life, this is not merit-based.
No.
It's about knowing people, all right?
Yeah.
This is, to all you young people out there, listening to your fun uncles, your funkles, Ruscin and Zach here each and every day. Life is not merit-based. It's not a meritocracy. It's about knowing people and kissing booty. That's what life is all about. If you know that, you can get ahead of the more talented people in this world if you know how the game is played. And that's how the game is played, right?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
I don't. Now, Travis Hunter, completely understand. Totally get it. 100% worthwhile. Retire his number Heisman Trophy winner. He's an immortal.
I find myself liking him.
Travis Hunter?
Yes. I like him. I liked
things.
his Heisman. I liked how he had there's a certain level of vulnerability there that he's willing to share, unlike most people.
Overbearing girlfriend who's just in the middle of all of it, and we can all relate to that.
Like Belichick's chick, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, but yeah, I like him. But Shedeur, I mean, come on, you got to know people.
The only reason
his dad's running the place, so I mean, there you go.
I hope they unretire his number as soon as Deion leaves.
Oh, that would be something.
Wouldn't that be great?
If you turned sports number retiring into like politics where with each new administration, you're changing stuff
Yes.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're raising taxes. Well, we're lowering taxes. We're raising them. We're lowering them.
Fans,
Like, go back and forth.
Excuse me, if we can have a little fireside chat here. McFadden's number's not retired here,
No,
but
it is
Shador
not.
Sanders' number is retired at a guy who accomplished absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing.
But it's not merit at Colorado. It's not,
No,
most places. It's not merit based.
You're right. You're right.
Not merit based. Most of life is not merit based.
No, it's about who you know and what you know.
That's exactly right.
What you're willing to do.
That's right. That is true. Here we've got text flying in here, and then I got to get to the wall of promises here.
Okay.
I need some fanfare and pageantry to.
Fanfare and pageantry.
You have anything in there?
Do you need it right now, or do you want to read?
I can read some text while you look it up.
First,
I can do that.
I'll find that.
Here is a text from the 870. Hey guys, finally got your number again. Just gonna say you were talking about the vet and dogs. I live in Mountain Home. My wife got a chiropractor that does cats, dogs, horses, and all that. $45. The vet told us the cat was going to die. She called the chiropractor. He came out and fixed the cat. The cat couldn't jump for nothing, so that may be an optimum route for y'all to think about for dogs. And thanks, guys. I listen daily. Thank you.
Well, welcome back.
I was looking up that this is a 2 to 4 week deal on dogs.
Oh,
the back muscle, the soft tissue.
It's a soft tissue injury. You got 2 to 4 weeks.
Right. Let me explain to you the very latest on the situation. All right. Because this dog does not sleep at night and wanders around and is particularly interested in all the headlights that drive by through and seeing them through the front door glass. Our house looks like Trailer Park Central. Let me explain to you, okay?
Whoa.
So our house looks like Trailer Park Central. The front door is covered in black plastic bags now, so you can't get any light in at night. We have the cushions off the couch on the floor. So she will go from cushion to couch as like a step as opposed to jumping. There's a bench that is in the living room. We've turned it sideways so she won't jump on the bench because she did that a couple times. I sleep in earplugs, and because we have to leave a light on in her room, in the laundry room at night, I sleep in an eye mask and earplugs now, with large amounts of narcotics in my system to go to sleep. So that's where we are right now. So that's how that's going. So there's the very latest from Casa de Ruscin.
Have I mentioned that
it looks like someone ransacked the place? It's so crazy.
I have no animals at my house. No
You're getting one.
No, well, yes. No people at my house, and I sleep like a baby every night.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know. I understand that.
Huh.
This too shall pass.
Okay.
So
and you have 2 to 4 weeks of this.
Well, we're now a week in, so I have 1 to 3 weeks of this left. Is this All Night Long by Lionel Richie? It is.
It is. Very
Look at that.
good.
Okay. That's the latest on the dog situation.
Still, that video.
Hello?
Yeah, God, yes.
With the blind woman?
Making the statue. It's terrible.
Oh, man. Let's see here. I got another text. So we got a lot of text here.
Yeah, we do. No. Okay, I've got your fanfare. What do you want? Do you want like?
Yeah, that's it.
Or
that was the one. Either one.
Or
chimney.
Which one would you like?
Surprise me. I have. Let me set this up. I have an entry into the Wall of Promises.
Really?
I do. Yes, I do.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Are you ready? Because it was so popular the last time I did this.
It got some people some show content.
I'm doing it again.
All right, do it.
I will now reveal to the camera the Thunder will not make the NBA Finals.
What makes you say this?
They're the Thunder.
They're really good. They're really, really... Now, just out of curiosity, how much Thunder basketball have you watched?
7 or 8 minutes.
Good.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, how much Cleveland basketball have you watched?
None.
How much Boston basketball have you watched?
A little more than none.
Okay, so you are absolutely just clueless when it comes to this.
I'm flying blind. Yes.
Fantastic.
But I know how it works.
How does it work?
Well, they want the Lakers and Celtics in the finals.
Why would they want
So they're
the
going to engineer it that way.
Well, okay. All right.
That's what they're going to do. Or the Warriors, if they can get out of the play-in, which starts tonight.
All right, let's add it up.
Okay.
Let's see where we are. Wheel of Destiny says you're wrong.
Okay, all right.
Now, you said will not make the NBA Finals.
No.
I think they're the best team in the West.
They're not. Well, that's fine.
That is a
they're
team
not
that is
making
built to beat teams like the Lakers.
Okay.
They're healthy, and they appear to be. LeBron in the torture chamber, good luck. Good luck. SGA's a star. A star.
Okay.
And as my daughter calls him, Chet. Love with Chet Holmgren. The real Jalen Williams. You got two Jalens over there. Come on.
Okay. That's what I got for you. That's what I got. The Wall of Promises. Exclusively here on Ruscin and Zach. Okay.
Good luck.
Bailey pointing out, read your notes. There's 2 Arkansas greats on the Thunder team. Of course they're winning.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was next to my don't criticize the Iamaleava kid. Dad.
Yeah, Jeff from Fort Smith, who's just gotten out of the Oklahoma School of Ballet, wants to know what's the punishment if you're wrong.
I have to keep sitting here and doing this every day. That's the punishment.
Your prediction not popular.
For you and me. Okay. There it is. There you go. 877-377-6963. The Lewis Automotive Group hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. There you go.
I didn't know what that was.
The whammy.
Yeah, well, I know it now.
You hit the whammy. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we'll be back, and we'll do some more of this. What does this say? All right. A lot of text flying in here. A lot of people. A lot of things going on. We'll be right back. Here we are.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
It's our 47th anniversary at Burton Pools and Spas. Make your backyard the go-to spot for family fun. Get the Aruba fiberglass pool for $44,900. Or the Corinthian for under $53,000. Plus, rectangle saltwater pools only $49,950. Give your kids a summer they'll never forget. Limited spots available. Hurry in for these exclusive anniversary sale savings at all 3 Burton Pools and Spas locations. Burton Pools and Spas. Water for a better life.
Keep your haymaking season rolling with big savings on New Holland hay tools at WT Equipment. Right now, choose 0% financing or cash back on select disc bind, disc mower conditioners, and roll belt rounders, and save thousands. You'll cut with more confidence, bale faster and tighter, and save for seasons to come. Ask about our industry-leading warranties, too. Hurry into WT Equipment for these ready-to-roll savings. Offer ends June 30th. Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply.
Hey, before you go play, swing by Golf USA in Fayetteville and check out the latest and greatest offerings from the biggest names in golf. With 2 high-definition simulators, an enormous selection, and the most knowledgeable staff, be assured Golf USA is here to make you look and play better. And Golf USA is honored to be included for the 5th time to Golf Digest Top Fitters list for 2024. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA. We're as golf as it gets.
Living with chronic joint pain is like trying to get comfortable on a cactus sofa. Nothing feels good. And forget trying to do the things you enjoy this spring. Golfing, hiking, tennis. You're just trying to get by. Hi, Tommy Kraft here. I want you to know something. The medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas, they're on the case and focused to finally get you the relief you need. They've already treated tens of thousands of patients around the country with regenerative treatments that can help calm that debilitating joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. Everybody's trying to live healthier lives and break free of the harmful meds. That's the whole mission of QC Kinetics. Hey, curious if you'd be a candidate for these treatments? No problem. The consultation is totally free, and they're happy to take a look and see if they can help you finally get relief. Call now and find out how easy it is to get back to enjoying life without chronic joint pain. Call QC Kinetics now. 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. QC Kinetics in Northwest Arkansas.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth.
And we're at the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Hey, where's Matt?
Beer hats here. Come get your base load of beer hats here.
Matt, what are you doing?
Well, with how well the baseball team's doing, I thought I'd make sure that the fans know where they can get those famous yellow hats.
Not only do we have the beer hats, but we also have the team hats and jerseys to match.
So I guess you could say when it comes to Razorback baseball, we have all the bases covered.
You really hit it out of the park with that one.
Yeah, a real grand slam of a pun.
Definitely not a strikeout.
Anyway, Hog fans, if you're looking for something with a hog on it, come by the Stadium Shop on Razorback at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville.
That's right. Or you can go to their websites,
Dad, I think what you mean to say is our website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
And whether it's a shirt, pool table, or anything in between, come by the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
The Stadium Shop is the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in the country.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. Hope you get a chance to soak up some sunshine today, but even with all that sunshine, we're going to stay on the milder side, especially for this time of year. By lunchtime, only getting into the low to mid 60s before topping out in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s across the area, with just a light breeze coming in out of the north, 5 to 10 miles an hour. That wind shifts directions. By tomorrow, it's out of the south, and it will be a breezy one, but 70s are back for everyone. With your Get Ready weather, I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Okay. Another development coming into the news center here on Ruskin and Zach.
We have a transfer who's arriving.
Right.
His name is Nick Pringle.
Yes.
From the University of South Carolina.
Heir to the Chip franchise.
Right. He is averaged, the talking points, and other people tell me I have to round up, so he averaged 10 points a game and about 6 boards.
He absolutely beat their ass in the game at South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then in the rematch in the tournament, he didn't do so much. But that's just two games out of a long career.
He
is 20. He will be 24 in September.
He started at Alabama, then went to South Carolina. He's now in his third school.
Right. He's not on AJ Store territory.
Not
but
yet.
He is,
Not yet.
He is on his third school. Where did he start?
Alabama.
Alabama, then South Carolina. Okay, all right. Yes.
Source that correctly.
So they'll be getting Nick Pringle. This means now that they have currently 5 open spots on the team with the freshman, and then so far with Brazil, Wagner, Knox, Richmond, and Jaden Karuletwa coming back. So there you have it.
Okay.
There it is.
Actual news.
Yeah.
For the fundamentalists, that should make you happy.
Okay. Jeffrey wants me in full Thunder uniform if I am wrong. Jersey, shorts, headband, the whole deal. Y'all really want to see my naked arms in here? Is that what y'all want?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's, be careful what you wish for. Plus, that's like a $600 ensemble, and we don't have the budget around here.
We don't have any budget. We don't. It's not like we don't have the budget. We don't have a budget.
We're still paying for that intercom that that bullhorn we got 3 years ago.
Well, you finance it.
That's right.
Over 84 months. $15 over 84 months you can afford.
Yeah, we got that. But that might be a little pricey. We should make our own Thunder uniform, a cheap one, and wear that. That way there's no money involved, or not as much money. Let's see here. Okay. So there we go. So there's a Razorback update. Everybody happy with this?
I think we did
Good.
okay there.
Yeah.
We came through it unscathed.
Yeah.
Read everything right.
Right. Let's see here. Here is a Jake texting in. I think Madden Iamaleava is going to be a stud when it's his turn. If the Hogs can afford him. Yeah, it might be $5 million by the time it's
way to go, Matt.
his turn.
Way to go. Way to get that talking point memo. I guess they're now sending it out through mass email.
Right.
Way to go, Matt.
Well, it's the only way the AD communicates with the fans is through email. He certainly doesn't talk to them. So
MIA.
It's great. But yeah, they got Nick Pringle. I listen. No disrespect, Jake, but what is this based on? I think he's going to be a stud because they say nice things about him. They say nice things about everybody.
Now, he said, "I think." He didn't say he is or he will be.
Are you just an optimistic person by nature?
Why not? He just said, "I think." Great. I'm all about that. You didn't say he is or you weren't definitive. That's fine. You've also given yourself a wiggle room. Way to be a politician.
Yeah, you got to
go back and say, "I thought he would," but he
got a hedge.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is come on here and proclaim that one guy should start, and then he never does.
You don't want that. You don't want to be on that. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history.
Someone's done that.
Yeah, they did.
I remember that. All right, there you go. There's the news. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, look, we did what we were supposed to do. We came in, we gave the news. We didn't get any, we sourced it correctly. We didn't get in trouble. Life's good.
No. Here's the text.
Yeah.
Do all the college classes transfer for these guys?
No. They're not even trying anymore, man. They're not even trying.
You still think they're going to school?
All right. So let me.
Oh my God, y'all are naive.
Let me tell you how this works, and I know this definitively.
Oh.
There was a person that I knew who ran track at the University of Arkansas many years ago, and the way they do it is, if you are transferring and all your credit hours don't transfer, you can transfer to one of these satellite campuses, and bingo, bango, bongo, suddenly you're taking online classes. The University of Arkansas Newport. As long as they can get you into enough. What doesn't transfer will go to one of those, and you're doing it online. That's how they do it. You could have you could major in finance from the University of Arkansas, have a minor in sociology from the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, or Newport or whatever. That's how it works.
Do the classes transfer? And next, we're going to get a text on the APR.
I don't even know.
And I'm going to go lay down in the street when that happens.
Great question from Bailey. Hey, Randy, is Nick Pringle's comparison more of a Shaq or Jokic?
Well, both. He's the same player in one one person.
That's right. He's the next Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's right. Yes, he's George Mikan. He's going to dominate dudes. Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, excuse me. Texture of the 870. I misspoke. It's ASU Newport and UA Batesville. I am very sorry. The point stands.
You got to get that stuff right, man.
Yeah, I know that, and that's on me. That is my fault. I'm very, very sorry.
We pride ourselves on accuracy here. You got to get that right, man. Come on.
Yeah, I was
do
talking.
better.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll come up.
Oh, man. Let's see here. Okay. Can't read that one.
No, don't read that one.
I will not read that one. All right. So there you go. This has been a very informative. It's not been a very interesting last 6 minutes, but it's been very informative, right?
Well, yeah, it's dull and it's boring. It's sports radio.
Right.
Can we get back to doing other stuff? Chase in Fort Smith wants to know, do they have a degree in drug running at the U of A Rich Mountain in Mena? God, you know what? Chase, that's not nice.
From
Ethan from
the
Atkins.
Barry Seal School of Transportation.
Ethan from Atkins says APR now stands for amount per rebound.
Right. That's true. That
Robert from Bull Shoals is telling Actually Guy to go take a lap.
Okay. I like when they turn on each other. That
I
makes
do
me
too. I
excited.
like when we start cannibalizing our own. It's kind of like the SEC football schedule, Derek.
It's so difficult that they just beat each other up all year.
How many days?
And then they lose in the playoff again.
Can somebody do the math and tell me how many days it has been since the SEC won a football title?
When would that have been?
Well, it would have been 2 seasons ago.
22?
Yeah. And they didn't even deserve that one.
I can look this up.
Russell in Boonville points out we're done with sports. Can we move on? Yes. Fine.
It's so boring, isn't it?
It is. It's a terrible way to do
the
this.
people that want to talk about this all day, like, why? Like, I don't understand that. Explain that to me. I don't understand that. Why do you want to do that? Why would you ever want to do that?
And trust me, you guys don't want to hear our takes on this stuff anyway.
Okay, Georgia 2022.
700 days.
700 days?
Since Georgia won it.
Okay.
How about that?
700 days.
Now, Skeeter, this is a good question. He wants us to do a poll question tomorrow to see if Katy Perry and the band actually made it to space, or was this some sort of ruse?
Yeah.
I think you have to look at it. I think you have to look at it this way, and hear me out on this. You have to look at it from a Jeff Bezos perspective. If his fiancee wife gets shot into space and doesn't come back, he wins.
Yeah. He becomes instantly America's most eligible bachelor.
That is correct. I think they went.
I'd like to correct something. It's been 827 days.
Oh, it's been 827 days.
That's right.
Since the SEC has won a football title.
That's correct. 827 days. About that.
Be in Mountain Home wants later on, when it gets slow, to do an Arkansas Community College bracket on Mount Rushmore. That actually doesn't sound that. That's actually doable if we did a bracket.
No.
That's doable. Polls. Do it as polls, like we did with the who do you want to quarantine with?
All right.
I can make that happen.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel, April 15th, folks.
Yeah?
We'll be back.
It's Tuesday, April 15th. I'm Phil Reed. This is your 4029 news update. Arkansans will now have until November 3rd to file their federal income taxes. This is because of the recent storms. Lawmakers passed a bill that intends to create an income tax credit for relocating corporate headquarters to Arkansas and now heads to the governor's desk to be signed into law. An employee at St. Joseph Catholic Church in Tawnytown is now facing child porn charges. Paul Scouten was booked into the Washington County Detention Center on a $25,000 bond. From the River Valley to Northwest Arkansas and everywhere in between, make 4029 your home for the best live, local, and late-breaking news.
Hey everyone, Josh Earnhardt here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Do you like doing business with local companies? Did you know that AAA Business Systems is one of only a few truly local office technology providers in Northwest Arkansas? Ask your current technology provider where their corporate office is, and let's keep your money in Northwest Arkansas. Buy local, support local. Call us today at 479-442-4185, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Hello, our fellow Arkansans. If you've had it with marketing gimmicks, fear-based sales, and a lack of consideration for your valuable time, then please give Ward & Son Plumbing a call or text at 479-305-9943. We provide fair pricing and timely services to all your plumbing needs. That's Ward & Son Plumbing at 479-305-9943.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Scott Comiskey in Bella Vista and Steve Harp in Springdale.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Twisted ankle, sore shoulder? Ozark Orthopedics has you covered whenever and wherever you need orthopedic care. Stop by Orthopedic Urgent Cares in Bentonville and Fayetteville. Open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday with no appointment needed. Or download the Hertz app, a free tool that immediately connects you with an orthopedic injury expert 24/7, 365. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit ozark-ortho.com for more info and get back to the activities you love.
Hey, KS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Got a text from Paul here.
Uh-huh.
If what's the kid's name?
Which one?
Nico's brother. Madden. If Madden is a stud in 2 years, he'll be the Ole Miss quarterback in 3.
Uh-huh.
That's Paul in Fort Smith.
That's not very nice, Paul. That's
a
not
very
my talking points.
a very negative thing to say, Paul, about the Razorbacks, and we don't do that here.
You never know
how dare you.
who over in the sports information office may call and try and get you fired.
Right.
They will.
Yeah,
They'll call
they'll try and cut your tires.
Yeah, they will.
Set your truck on fire. How would you feel about that?
Wow.
Okay. Let's see here. You can text us or call us here, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group hotline here to be a part of the festivities here on Ruskin and Zach. What were we just talking about? We were going to do something here, and I forgot what it was.
We were?
Can't remember. Oh, I know. We got in all of this hullabaloo on Jack Caglione.
Oh, yeah.
We have someone here who works for the Naturals, yet we can't get Jack Caglione. But we can get their announcer.
We can.
So if we did get him.
I'm working on it. He's got people. I'm working on it.
Sean Murin will join us here in about 20, 25 minutes.
He's hilarious, by the way.
And we'll talk about the phenomenon going on around all this
I
stuff.
want to know the weirdest stuff he's seen in minor league baseball, because I've seen some weird stuff, and I'm there like a couple of nights a week.
Right.
And he gets to travel. I want to know what the bus trips are like, who has the worst gas.
Y'all got a squirrel in the ceiling over there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No squirrels in the ceiling. We did have a bat fly into the press box once. That was terrifying.
Dakota heard the entire show during the commercial break.
That's not true.
Awesome. I look in there during every break. I didn't see the red light on this time. So I don't know. I don't know about this one.
I shut it off a little late.
Okay.
It was like a delayed reaction.
You're really bad at this, by the way.
I suck at this.
Whose idea was it to have you run the board?
You know what? I can get treated like at home like this. I got a 13-year-old that dishes it out to me. I can go home.
Is she available?
She knows how to run the board.
Okay,
I taught her how to do it.
That's right. What's that thing they do?
The hot foot.
Yeah, the hot foot. They still do that?
No.
Oh,
it's a fire hazard.
You can't have any fun anymore.
No.
They're not doing the hot foot anymore.
Well,
or has he ever seen anything like when they pretended to auction off Derek Bell's Ford Explorer?
What's the best promotion you've seen? Like my new favorite one that the Naturals do. This is so funny. You know those little they're like the rubber balls with the loop on them and you bounce on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's called the Hoppy Race.
The Hoppy
and
Race.
None of the any kid past about 8 really struggles. Like they get bouncing and then all of a sudden they'll just bounce straight off the thing. That's my new favorite, is watching them try and negotiate the Hoppy Race. I used to love the Dizzy Mop because one time we had a kid spinning around, and I like to delay on the 9. You know, you count to 1, 2, 3, you get up to 9, and I'll delay like a 4 count. And then say 10, and one kid went spinning off. He went right into the dugout.
Yeah, they used to do that in Little Rock. The Dizzy Bat Race was sponsored by Fox 16.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy would spell out Fox 16 5 times.
Yeah,
and as he went long, he would go F O X 1 6. He'd really drag it out. I was always worried someone was going to stumble out onto the infield while the pitcher was throwing a warm up pitch, and we'd have a problem there. But
we do this thing, and it's called the Farm Rich Race, and it's 3. We get 3 kids, and we dress them up in boxes of Farm Rich products, and I think it's mozzarella sticks, potato skins, and jalapeno poppers, and they're in these boxes, and they look like you know the guys that are on the side of the road selling wireless, and they're dressed up like a cell phone. Well, eventually, what inevitably happens is when they come, when I start them at the right field foul pole, they bump like horses coming out of the gate, and one of them, without fail, especially as it gets warmer, one will wind up upside down, and it's funny because then they can't get up.
That's an objection. Filing an objection with the stewards.
Well, I see, and that's what I look to, our game day crew, and I'm like, well, I mean, can we protest this? Is it under review? What is it? And they just tell me to move on to the next
Keep
thing.
it moving.
Right, I just move on to the next one.
Shut up and talk.
But we had a kid go face first last year on the tarp, and I mean, he went right into the rocks, and it's a great photo of him.
Can I now reveal the truth about my win at the what is the thing I won?
You did the fry shovel.
No. I did the jumble or the wordle or the what is the thing called? Not the wordle.
It's called hurdle.
Hurdle. Yeah, the hurdle. Yeah. The mascot was whispering the answers to me. I'm standing there. And I knew it when he's like, "Hey, it's whatever the song was, Hotel California." I don't know. So they want you to win. They don't want you to lose in these ballpark promotions. All right, so we'll talk to him coming up here in a little bit on the program about Caglione Mania over at Arvest Ballpark last week. Let's see here. Abner not happy with the latest mission to space over the yesterday. Texting us about that. So thank you. Let's see here. There you go. In the last hour, if you missed it, we added to the wall of promises that the Thunder, I believe, are not going to the NBA Finals. So we've got that. JT says I was cheating. No. I knew the answer, but he was giving it to me anyway. So that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? You all right in there?
It's the last day I'm doing this. Last day I'm doing this.
Did the person? Okay, I want to play this game now. Okay.
He was very nice. He was complimenting one of our sponsors.
Did the person have food in their mouth?
No.
Okay, good. All right, that's good.
No.
That's good.
Sea-Dog. He was very complimentary. It
That's
just
good.
I had to go.
Yeah, we don't have time to have a whole life story here. Like we're on the air.
Anyway, what were you talking about?
I don't remember.
Okay, good.
We got text coming in here. BW can't spell natty without Pringle.
No, you can't. 100% you can't.
One of those letters is in natty. Yes, Nick Pringle, the big man from South Carolina, has one more year, and he's going to spend it in Arkansas with the Razorbacks, chasing a ring. Good for him, man. I don't know if he got $4 million, but probably not. But I don't know.
You never know. These things aren't. They're not etched in blood.
And listen, y'all know this. Next time this happens with whoever it is, Madden or any other quarterback, and their overbearing parents or wranglers or handlers, it's going to be $5 million next time. It's not going to be $4 million.
So I was watching an interview today with Marcus Freeman, and y'all can roll your eyes, whatever. But he brought up a good point. He said, "Look, this happens every day, where you have kids coming back into the office, asking for money, demanding more money." He said this is the first time he can think of where the numbers and the player were public, and this is he thought this was a watershed moment in the history of the NIL program, or whatever you want to call it. He thought that things would be different after this, because now the seal is broken on it.
Well, I was looking at the numbers here. There are so many bad actors in these situations. The last football portal came and went. There's still 952 players that are, they have nowhere to go. The current basketball portal that is open for another week or so, a little more than that, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 638 players in the basketball portal that have nowhere to go. So, why isn't the NCAA doing something about, if they're so concerned about the player and taking care of the player, why are there 1,000 football players that don't have a team right now?
Said they care? I mean, there's
that's supposed to be their charge, is supposed to be doing this.
Once they backed away and said we have nothing to do with this anymore, they're out of that game. They're party planners. That's all they are. And I get it. I mean, if I had a child, if I was advising one, if I was a parent of a child that was thinking about jumping in the portal, I would have a place locked down before I ever, or at least have a couple of places where I have interest, rather than going in and hoping somebody contacts me.
Would you be, during the season and in the build-up to a playoff game, would you be sniffing around for the next destination?
Nope.
Because that's what happened with Nico, according to the reporting.
I would not.
Okay. I don't know. It's
unseemly.
Well,
it is the worst of us directing some of the best of us. You've got people who have their handout, who simply want a handout as a tag along to a particular player. Like they can get it done. Red Acres, there's always an uncle. Always an uncle around. I think this is it's a bad look for, is it pronounced EML? Whatever it is. Nico. It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for his family. But you know what? In 48 hours, it's going to go away. It doesn't matter. He's going to get paid. He's probably going to get at or near what he had. Now it's just about making sure the situation is better. If you're again, I asked this question yesterday. If you're in a situation where you've got a team that is on the cusp of being a playoff team, do you want to bring this traveling train wreck into your program and just blow the whole thing up?
The thing I see is I'm tired of the grandstanding about what a good job Tennessee did of making an example. Tennessee is no different than anywhere else. If this kid could play, he'd have got his $4 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so nothing's really changed here in terms of the way that college athletics works. If this is a Manning, if this is Tim Tebow, if this is KJ Jefferson, getting your money.
Do you think
but he's not, so he didn't.
Do you think Arch Manning got paid to go to Texas?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think they had a number in mind when he got there, or to go to not just Texas, but whatever the school was, had a number in mind? Yes, he did. Yeah. And all the PR that was done around him was simply as a smokescreen. It never got out. It was
You
never
mean,
public.
you mean the PR, like, well, he's not taking any money because his family's wealthy, so he's letting other people have the money.
But
which
the
is
point
absolute nonsense.
But the point is, Arch Manning got paid. We don't know how much,
Right.
but I'll bet you it's more than Nico got.
Right.
Because of A, the name, the talent, the pedigree, the whole thing. You're getting the Manning thing, but it never got out. It was handled with a professionalism to it, and it never got out.
Right.
And that's the difference. And there are guys that do that all the time.
But I don't think you can argue that this is a big game changer moment when the next guy that comes along that is a Heisman contender is going to get $4 million. So nothing's really changed here. If you can play and can win ball games, you'll get your money. If you can't and you ask for more money than they think that you should get, you're not getting your money. That's the deal. Like Taylor Green couldn't get $4 million.
No.
But Taylor Green,
worth
but the
$4
difference
million.
is Taylor Green, I don't believe, is asking for $4 million. That's the key.
Now hang on. Taylor Green could get $4 million if someone was willing to pay him.
Of course,
$4
well,
million.
we all would.
Right.
We
if
all
the
would.
market dictates it, that's why at one time, you brought this up the other day, it's why at one time Kirk Cousins was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
It's all about
just what
timing.
the market dictated and the timing.
It's not merit based.
No. And this is exactly the same thing.
Right.
Somebody's getting $4 million. It's probably somebody that you kind of suspect. Side eye says, he's probably getting $4.
The thing here is not it's not Tennessee being heroic for standing up to this or Dan Lanning for calling it out. The biggest takeaway here is how when you don't have correct representation, I mean, you don't know what you're doing. No. Like you have to know, where do I fit on the escalator? All right. Where am I on the conveyor belt? Am I here or am I back here somewhere? And if you have no one with any credibility in the representation world, Tom Condon or whoever else, Drew Rosenhaus.
That's old.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Master P.
Yeah. If you don't have anybody, I mean, who's Maverick Carter, whoever, who's the guy dating Adele? Rich Paul.
Rich Paul.
Yeah. Like, if you don't have people that don't know what they're doing, then you're going to get bad intelligence, and you're going to look a fool. And that's what happened here. They got bad intelligence.
Yeah.
They overplayed their hand, and they were made to look a fool. But let's not turn this into hooray for Tennessee, because if this guy was a Heisman contender for 2025, he'd have got his $4 million. We all know how this game works, right? And if he was a Heisman contender, if Tennessee wasn't going to pay him $4 million, well, Lane Kiffin would. I mean,
if he could.
Yeah. I mean, if he was good, he would have got his money. But he's fine. He's, middle to lower middle of the SEC.
If the coaches and the programs and the boosters, and they want to send a message to these kids that the money's not bottomless, this is not a money tree, that they're still in control of all of this, you blackball him. I mean, you keep him out.
If they want to send that message, the Heisman front runner, don't pay that guy. Then you're doing something.
But you have an opportunity here with a kid who thought he was going to get $4. Now all of a sudden it's he's on the open market and nobody's buying. Yeah. That should be a very cautionary tale until somebody gets stupid and some drunk alumni goes, I'll pay him the $4 million, and the whole thing gets blown up. But that's how you would do it.
Yeah. The way that they could really show some backbone is if the next Tim Tebow comes along and they're like, no, we're not paying you. But they won't do that because they have no guts, because it's college athletics.
This is the opportunity right here. This is it. This is your watershed moment. You can do it with this guy. Make him the example.
But
they won't.
They won't do it.
No, somebody will get drunk one night and say, yeah, we'll pay.
Winning matters more than anything else. And
100%.
the illusion that we could win a couple more games weighs out any common sense or moral high ground or whatever.
Question. The SEC has this rule that you can't transfer after the spring portal to another SEC school. That ain't holding up.
Yeah, someone could sue and get that changed, right?
That's not holding up.
Yeah. Yeah.
If all the other stuff doesn't hold up, there's no chance. If Lane Kiffin wants him, he's going to get him.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. All right. We'll be back here. 16, almost 17 after the hour. Ruscin and Zach with you here. ESPN Arkansas on the Hit That Line Now app, which is brought to you by Taco Bell. It is time to upgrade your equipment. Get WT Equipment. They've got deals to get you rolling. The Hustler sales event. Save up to $1,700 off MSRP on select Hustler zero turns like the Raptor X Plus. Qualified buyers get 0% financing for 42 months. Take advantage of the ready-to-roll savings on New Holland Power Star tractors. 0% financing for 60 months or cash back on 65 to 100 PTO horsepower models. These versatile workhorses are built for the field, the barnyard, or everything in between. The deals end June 30th. That'll be here before you know it. So get the WT equipment today or go to WTEquip.com. We'll be right back.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
I don't know. Somebody else.
ESPN Arkansas. Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
The dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. Even if your bracket is busted, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with a free Sweet 16 bracket and live betting on every remaining tournament game. With the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to MLB, NHL, and MMA, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the Lux you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the
Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruscin and Zach Show. Be sure to join Derek and myself Friday, April the 18th from 2 to 6 at the Lewis Automotive Group in Fayetteville. Come by their beautiful new facility located at Exit 65 and I-49. We hear they're offering employee pricing on selected models through April, so you want to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity. It's us, the Ruscin and Zach Show, live at Lewis Automotive Group, Friday, April the 18th from 2 to 6. The Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. We don't read the headlines. We make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
By the way, for those of you keeping score, the segments without the breaks without leaving the mic on count is back to 0. So
Get him the hell out of here.
I don't want to do this.
I'm unplugging my mic during the break because I don't want to get canceled.
I hit the button. The button does not turn off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do this
You
anymore.
pull the thing down.
I got 9 segments.
Okay. My God, man.
Hey, Bay Falls back in the transfer portal. Just FYI.
You think I could get him?
A
A little Twin Towers situation?
Wish we'd had him 4 years ago. We did have
But he did have him 4 years ago.
Major League for those who are keeping score.
Sean Murin is the voice of the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and he is with us now here on Ruscin and Zach. From where are you?
I'm in beautiful San Antonio, Texas.
I mean, there are a lot worse places you could be than San Antonio, Texas on a Tuesday.
I know. I've been to them.
If you had to pick the place, in your career, and you've been doing this for a while, where you just went, you know what, I'd be okay if I didn't go back there. What town would that have been?
Oh, God. That's really tough because I've been to a few. But seriously, I don't know. There's probably some towns out in in old minor league baseball. You'd end up in places like Clinton, Iowa, or I don't know. God, what was it? Charleston, West Virginia, where you're just like, there's nicer places I could be in the league.
Not a lot of things to do in Clinton, Iowa.
There's really not. It's I couldn't even tell you what there is to do. You basically go to the hotel and go to the ballpark, and that's about it.
Shout out San Antonio.
What is that in those places where you're still hanging out there for a week at a time? And how do you pass the time doing that?
I mean, I bring a little Roku stick with me and watch all my recorded shows while I work in the hotel room.
There you go.
Sometimes I'll work late at night, and every place has a golf course in the city somewhere. So I'll try and get out.
You bring your sticks with you on road trips?
Oh yeah, that's part of the deal. Got to bring the sticks with you.
Okay. All right. See, now that's like a level up from guys who were doing this like 20, 30 years ago where, they would roll into Clinton, Iowa, and there was nothing to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got 2 buses now, so there's more room to put that kind of stuff underneath.
And also,
Yeah.
you stay somewhere for 6 days.
Yeah,
In the
true.
old days, you were like in and out in 2, 3, 4 days or whatever it was. So you get a little more
Yeah,
time, right?
Yeah, you'd do 3 or 4 games, and when I was in my first year in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which was the last place I was, it was 2019, so it was the old minor league baseball setup. And I can remember 3 times in 1 month, we would finish up on a Thursday, which is obviously like your Thirsty Thursday drinking specials and stuff. So It's a night game. And then we would get on the bus and we would go to Lansing, Michigan, which was like 8 hours through the night, get into the hotel at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then, you had the choice. You could sleep for a couple hours or just be ready to get on the bus at 1.
Can you sleep on a bus? Is that an acquired skill, or you either can or you can't?
I think it's a can or can't thing.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I'll take a melatonin or something like that and pass out if I have to. I'm also, Zach, you know this. I'm 6'7". Yeah. I'm like 350 pounds. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sleeping on an airplane. If I don't have enough room, I'm not sleeping on a bus. I could barely sleep in a bed half the time.
See, this is not Bull Durham. I mean, I envision. Is there a guy on that carries a guitar and gets all the lyrics wrong?
I guess it depends on the team you're on. I haven't seen one of those guys in a few years, but last year we had Chandler Champlain. He used to he'd bring his DJ stuff sometimes into the clubhouse and play a bunch of music and mix stuff up and everything. Oh yeah,
spinning the steel wheels in the clubhouse. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Are we right to be upset with that Jack Caglione only hit 1 home run over 410 feet this past weekend? I feel like we were all cheated that he only hit the thing at 1/4 of a mile.
Yeah, I mean, no, you shouldn't feel cheated because you would assume that there's probably more. Some of them, they can't all go, a city block or a country mile or whatever you want to measure it in. I think the one day we were asking about Frisco, and they were like, "What do we measure that in?" I'm like, "I don't know, briskets." Like, it's just, he hits the ball a ton. He's really powerful. He swings really hard. So sometimes they're going to go 406. Sometimes you're never going to see him again.
Yeah, he's now we are big Jack Caglione fans, Naturals fans as well. But have you seen anything like this? Like when he gets it, it's not coming back.
Yeah, I was just talking about that last night with somebody, and there was one other kid that was not like a highly touted prospect. He retired before, I think after he got to AA, but his name was Jackson McGowan. And that kid, when he would hit the ball, it would just keep climbing until it was just out of sight. So, and his nickname was Big Country. So those guys have to hit the ball hard like that. But I don't know if I've seen this hard of a swing that looks controlled. I think it's the best way to put it. It's just, with the way he swings, when he makes contact, the ball is going to go hard. And I think the important thing is, obviously last year when he got drafted, he's making the adjustment from, hitting with an aluminum bat to now going up there with the wood bat, and the sweet spot's smaller. And, the pitchers, everybody was the best pitcher on their college team when you get to professional baseball. So it's certainly an adjustment, but he's working on it, and it seems like he's doing all right for himself.
I'm going to set Derek up here, but they trotted a young man out of the bullpen on Sunday named Brandon Johnson. Now he was the guy that got the final out when Ole Miss won the College World Series a few years ago. First pitch out of the box was 97 miles an hour.
Yeah, no, we got some live arms in the bullpen this year, and BJ was here last year towards the end of the season and showed that he's pretty good. He's also throwing, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a new, we're calling it a viral pitch, but it's called the kick change. And basically it's a different way to throw a change up, and it's got a more violent movement downward and stuff. And he's starting to work that into the mix too. So he's pretty good. And he was a 9th round draft pick, by the way. So that goes to tell you, but him, Anderson, Paulino, Beckway, we're seeing guy after guy after guy throwing 95 to 100 out of that bullpen, and
it's crazy.
And some of those guys are going to pick up velocity as the season goes.
Now, just for the record, Derek, and I think it's there is no other show on this network that's ever going to use the phrase kick change except
kick
this
change.
one. This one. We Have learned something
from the show that brought you the Slutter all those years ago.
Yeah,
now we have to take change.
The slider cutter,
Right.
which Kevin Kopps threw at Arkansas. We affectionately named the Slutter.
Right, we did do that. We're talking with Sean Muir, the voice of the Naturals here on Ruscin and Zach. I know, you've just had the brief kind of weekend in Tulsa as far as the road goes, and then obviously this week with San Antonio. But in that first opening series on the road, was there a buzz? Was there an anticipation to see him even in Tulsa?
Yeah, he was getting some cheers from the crowd and all that stuff. And the cool thing is, we have 7 guys that are in the Royals top 30, and so it's one of those deals where, yes, we have the number 1 prospect in the system on the team. We also have number 3 and number 4 and number 6 and number 7. So it's like, all these guys are here, and so that's only going to add to the buzz because, one of our starting pitchers, Steven Zobak, was the pitcher of the year in the organization. Carter Jensen's younger than Jack is, and he's at Double-A, and he started off the season with like 4 straight multi-hit games. So there's just in general, there's a lot of buzz about this team because of the numbers they put up in that first week. But yes, the most clicks, the most views, all that stuff is going to go to the 6th overall pick in the draft last year. So it's a unique situation to be in.
How many times a day do you get asked about him? Because I got to imagine, like, you go to every town you go to, it's like, hey, Caglione. Even I bug you about it.
Yeah, and it's not bugging because in my job, I'm the radio broadcaster for the team, but I also help out with the public and media relations. So it's my job to talk about him. And there's a lot of people that want to know what's he like, or is he really that big, or is he really that strong?
That
and
big.
it's just like
he's that big.
It's like he is. He's a big dude. So it's just I guess it's just par for the course. This is not the first time I've dealt with a really highly touted prospect in my career, and it's just everybody's interested, and you can see why. He's got the look and he's got the walk and everything like that. He's the Royals have gotten very good at developing players, and so I would guess that whatever he's going to be, it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in minor league baseball? Naturals excluded. We'll take that out of the equation. But something where you're like, I've never seen that before.
On the field or off?
Both.
Okay. On the field, let's see. 2019, we were in Quad Cities, which is now our high A affiliate. They were an Astros affiliate back then, and the Bowling Green Hot Rods roster that I was with was another one that had a ton of prospects. I think there were like 13 big leaguers on that roster, which is not commonplace. But we were in the middle of a game, and one of our most tenured relievers, who threw 98, was on the mound. And they were up by like 2 or 3. There were a couple guys on, and there were 2 outs in the 9th inning, and the umpires ran out into the middle of the field, stopped the game, cleared the field. And then everybody's just looking in the sky, and it was the first time I had been through a drone delay.
Yes. Yes.
So we were standing there waiting, and like you can see all of the small vehicles, like the Gators and stuff like that. They have vacated the ballpark, and everybody's driving through parking lots. The cops are out trying to figure out where this drone is and how to get it out of there. And it finally clears out, and in Quad Cities, there's a Ferris wheel in left field, so it goes past the Ferris wheel, leaves the ballpark. We come back, first pitch after the 25-minute drone delay is a 3-run walk-off homer into the Mississippi River. And I just sat there with my head in my hands, and I was like, how is this humanly possible to see all of this garbage within 5 minutes? I think honestly, after the homer, I was like, well, that's the game. We get on the bus to go back to Bowling Green, Kentucky. No post-game show today. I don't think I could stomach it. And then I just killed the broadcast and went home.
No post-game today. We've got a golf course recommendation from you. Derek's dad has texted in. He says, go to the Quarry course in San Antonio.
A couple of our guys did that, I think it was 2 years ago, and they said it was really cool. Last year, when we came down here, I looked and it was tough to get on, but I will have to look into that this week and see if I can't sneak on there.
Best ballpark food. Naturals excluded.
Yeah, I did have that turkey leg at our ballpark a couple of years ago. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, that's not. If you can get real food somewhere, you do it every time. I would say just media meal based. So, but Zach, if you work in a media area or you're visiting press or something, they usually comp you a meal when you're at the ballpark.
Yep.
The best one in the league by far is Tulsa. They have a chef that just decides to experiment. So opening night, we had maybe one of the best pieces of chicken I've ever had in my life. But the next night it was fried haddock. And then the last day it was do you want brisket or salmon? So I'm okay, I don't know where we think we are. I don't know where we think we are right now, but I love this. This is great.
The answer is yes.
I've
by the
never
way.
had haddock before, but I'm willing to try it at the. And that's a cool little ballpark. That's right in that little area down by. I think Oklahoma State has a campus out there. A lot of restaurants and bars and all kinds of things. It's a nice little place. Yeah, you deserve haddock on opening weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. But Tulsa also pulled that in the third week in July. So it's great. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy knowing that I can go to Tulsa and not put on 60 pounds in a week. Because they do a pretty good job there. I like that. And then, let me see, actual ballpark food. Springfield's got some good stuff up there.
Hey, shout out Cardinals. Their team sucks, but food's good.
Yeah, Springfield's been good this year, too. So it's, maybe, I don't know how the big league club is doing, but their minor league team is pretty good.
Don't give them hope. Don't give these.
That could be
if you give the Cardinals fans hope, they start coming out of the woodwork, and that's all we hear about.
That's how it's been around here. The Naturals are good. The Royals get good. So people are believing.
Hey, when we're in Springfield, I walk to the ballpark. I don't need any animosity or people looking for my giant rear end walking around Springfield, Missouri. So, yeah, I love the Cardinals. Springfield's great.
There you go. All right.
I'm not difficult to pick out of the lineup, guys. I'm not trying to drum more attention than I need.
So that's a fair point. Well, Sean, thank you so much for the time today. The Naturals all week in San Antonio. Are they still the Missions, or did they change that?
They are still the Missions.
Oh,
That's right. And they're still in the ballpark that's been here since 1994. So looking forward to that, too.
You have any Sod Poodles gear? I always love when they come to town because I just like saying Sod Poodles.
Good name. Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of their broadcasters. They call them the Soddies, SODDIES. And I just think that's, so I think somebody on a broadcast called them the Poodles one year. And I guess that didn't go over too well. So, yeah, they're the Soddies or the Sod Poodles, I guess.
Put that little note. Yep. We are not the Pooties or the Poodles.
We're not
the Sod Poodles
or
the Soddies.
We're not the Poodles.
Right.
That's the thing. People don't talk about that enough. Minor league broadcasters are very petty. I do remember, and I realize you guys are trying to get me off. The Shepherd Sook is coming for me, but I can remember I had a boss that worked for a Cardinals affiliate once, and whenever the Cubs affiliate in that league would come to town, they were called the Cubs. He would just call them by their city name. He never said the word Cubs on the Cardinals broadcast.
I like
that's petty.
Yeah, I like that. That's a rivalry,
petty.
right?
Yeah, that's a rivalry. That's
a rivalry
yeah,
right there.
That's huge.
That's
it's
right.
So good.
That's good. Sean, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, that's Sean Mirren. The Naturals in San Antonio all week. You can go to nwanaturals.com and find out all about that. Get tickets when they're here in town.
He's a funny guy to sit and talk with a little bit.
That was good.
Yep, love him.
I enjoyed that. 20 minutes until the hour. Stay with us.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas, we're the Lewis brothers here from Lewis Automotive. We've got some exciting news to share with you today. As you know, during the month of March was our ultimate challenge, and we got some big news.
Absolutely. During the month of March, we set a huge goal of cars that we needed to sell, and we're here to let you know that we not only hit that goal, we exceeded that goal. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Yes, thank you to our employees. Thank you for the families for supporting them during this month. And thank you to the customer for not only buying, but for selling us your vehicle as well.
Hey everyone, Braden Webb here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. You may remember me from my days playing baseball for the Hogs. Now I'm hitting home runs for AAA Business Systems and enhancing the ways company do business in our area. If you want to partner with the best office technology provider in Northwest Arkansas, call me today at 479-442-4185. Let's win together, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Attention football fans. This year marks the 25th year of the Brandon Burlsworth football camps, and the 2025 camps are going to be extra special. And you have 3 camp dates to choose from. May 29th in Farmington, May 30th in Harrison, or May 31st in Little Rock. The camps are open to boys and girls ages 7 to 15. Enrollment is limited, so register early at BrandonBurlsworth.org. We're celebrating 25 years in 2025. The Brandon Burlsworth football camps will be here soon.
Ready to transform your backyard? At Gallardo Custom Builds, we specialize in custom pools, patios, and retaining walls that perfectly fit your style. As a family-owned business, we're committed to top-quality craftsmanship and outstanding customer service. From design to completion, we're with you every step of the way to bring your dream outdoor space to life. Visit us at our website, GallardoCustomBuilds.com, for your free consultation. Gallardo Custom Builds. Quality you can trust, service you'll love.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. With Saver, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. That's unlimited cash back on ordering takeout from home or unlimited cash back on tickets to concerts and games. So grab a bite, grab a seat, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
When Second's making a play, Short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
At the screen, you have to protect yourself.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Mama, Jackie Family.
479.
479.
521.
521.
4220.
4220.
I'm meteorologist Wayne Morrison with your 4029 Get Ready with the Forecast. Another cool night is on tap by Sunrise Wednesday. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s. A warmer day is expected for our Wednesday as temperatures climb to the low to mid 70s. A couple of stray showers are possible. Chances are very low though. Wednesday's overnight temperatures fall to the upper 50s by Sunrise Thursday. That's your Get Ready with the Forecast only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Get him the hell out of here.
The mics were off that time. Everybody cool?
That's one break with the mics off.
Hey, man, a streak starts somewhere, right?
You got to start with one.
Right.
Ground ball with eyes. Are you going to do the thing or not?
Oh, shoot. Yes.
You don't have to. I'll give you the option.
No.
Okay.
Ruskin is actually has been streamed in 158 countries, 50 states, 2 territories, 1 chain of unincorporated islands yesterday. We were streamed in Little Canada, Minnesota. You want to stream it too? It's hitthatline.com. You got one of them Google Play Alexa thing. Say, hey, play ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Or you can get us on the now running like a North Korean car Hit That Line Now app.
Now, were the House of Webster people in here earlier? Is that why we have the products?
They were here cutting some commercials.
So we've got some stuff here. Shout out to House of Webster in downtown Rogers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got the apple butter and the strawberry preserves.
Okay,
that's
now,
some good stuff right there.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
For my friends, and I told them when they were in here today, they make a habanero salsa, which will change your life. It like I took a bite of it and I was like, oh. Tried it again. 2 minutes later, I turned my back. My daughter had taken it up to her room and she was gone. Shut the door and ate the whole jar. It's incredible.
Yeah. What do y'all out there? Now you can't have this strawberry preserves, obviously.
No, that's the good stuff. We don't give that to you people.
No, but it'll kill you.
Me?
Strawberry.
Well, no. No, it's because it's been processed.
Okay.
I'm okay. It takes the acidity out of it.
Oh, I see. All right. I was about to say we got to
now if it like just raw strawberries right off the vine, I'll blow up like a puffer fish.
But what do y'all I'm curious, what is the method of delivery for this? Biscuits? Toast?
Needle.
You take it intravenously?
You're tying it off and just right into your veins.
Yeah.
I hear. Now for okay, now
but what should I like if I wanted to? I know most people put it on a biscuit, but is there other? You put it on a cracker?
No, okay, apple butter on a cornbread muffin.
Okay,
oh.
All right.
Oh,
so I got to make.
Oh,
Scott the tortilla guy says he puts it on a giant spoon.
Yeah,
that's a good.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's good.
Like that one Kent used to have out at the Razorback games when Tyler Spoon was here. He had that big giant.
I don't want to turn this into an infomercial for House of Webster. I kind of do though. Jay and Rogers points out they have candied jalapenos.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man,
we had the pepper jelly at the last family gathering. Very popular.
Put that over like cream cheese.
Yes.
Oh,
Some Ritz crackers.
Yes. Now Ritz is a little low class for me. I like a good wheat thin, but okay.
Oh, excuse us. I'm sorry. Us peasants use the Ritz crackers.
The wheat thin you just dig in because it's it's a little tougher than.
I'm going to be taking these.
You will be you'll be the big hero when you get home.
I will be taking those tonight.
Porter has texted in apple butter on a Cracker Barrel biscuit. Now, is it bad?
That is good. Yeah.
Is it bad form to take your own apple butter to the CB?
Well, they have it there.
I understand, but it's not House of Webster.
But I don't know. Do people still bring their own condiments places? I know people that are very particular about their condiments. I've suggested they have their own tackle box full of condiments because they always want all of them. Mustard, Worcestershire sauce. I mean, all that.
Once suggested carrying a utility belt full of
or the sauce caddy.
Right. Yeah, the sauce
over
caddy,
here that your friend Joe made the pallets with all the sauces.
Scott the tortilla guy, he would know. Says you put salsa on pinto beans.
Okay,
with a
pinto beans. The Colonel's special. That's and that's U.S. farm raised catfish. Pinto beans, $11.99.
Preston's right. We call it a snackle box.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right. Okay.
Trademark Ruscin and Zach show.
We'll sell those on the Ruscin and Zach store with all our shirts.
All right, Dr. Tyler in Fayetteville, not a doctor, says if y'all want good biscuits, just let me know. I'll have my wife make some and bring them. Listen, Dr. Tyler. If I've learned nothing in this life, it's that you don't tell the woman anything. You ask.
No.
You ask.
Right.
Snackle box.
Yeah. I know we've talked about this before, and this is not really close. This is not germane to this conversation, but this is another chance to remind you that the Cheddar Bay biscuit kit at the store is very close to the real thing. I mean, it's
pretty damn close.
Right there.
It is pretty
right
damn
there.
close. It is.
It's neck and neck. It's a photo finish with the real Cheddar Bay biscuits at Red Lobster.
There are very few products that you will find in your grocer's freezer that are close to the actual product.
You're right.
That is one
of them. Are the Chick-fil-A sauces close?
Yes.
At the
they're
store?
very
okay.
exact.
All right, so
they're
the
right on
formula.
the money. Yeah.
Because sometimes what happened is, to get this stuff mass-produced, they turn it over to somebody else and they don't make it right. So it comes out funny in the store and it's better in the in the establishment.
Jazz and Fayetteville says, I feel like Zach always gives the vibe that his tastes in everything is above most of our tax bracket. Jazz, that's not
Right,
don't feel that way. It's a fact.
That's right. Right. If we had Zach's Brothers, we'd be broadcasting from the Grey Poupon studios. I mean,
Jay from Rogers says if the Snackle box has 5 slots, what 5 condiments are you putting in there?
is this for general everyday use or what meal?
I would
Dinner?
say yes. Yeah, just general, walking around town Snackle box.
Well, you got to have ketchup and
Sure.
ranch.
And
probably
mustard.
barbecue sauce.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Boy, we're already at a 4.
Okay, so now this is the great debate of sports radio. What do you put in the 5th spot? There's only 4 on the sauce. Let me show this to everybody. I don't think we've ever shown this.
What are we showing? Oh, the sauce caddy. Yeah. Yeah, my buddy Joe made this because Derek needed something to put on his lap while driving.
See, look, this is a caddy that you put your sauces in. And you hold it like an artist's palette, like in the crook of your arm like this, right?
Right.
Like
And then
most artists deal in oils or clay. We deal in, ranch and ketchup. That's what we do.
Colton texts in. He says, you use the Red Lobster biscuits as dumplings for chicken and dumplings.
It's an interesting idea.
That's not the worst
Pretty
idea
good.
I've heard.
You know what I like too? Like he's smoothed off. Like there's no like splinters or anything on the middle here.
Oh,
like,
no. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this is good. Joe?
Yeah.
Way to go, Joe.
My guy, Joe.
Joe knows how. And it says on here, don't double dip. That's what it says here. Oh, is the 5th one salsa?
Ethan from Atkins says it's grape jelly.
Salsa. The campfire mayo from Red Robin is elite. Dr. Tyler's on some there.
All right.
I don't even use ketchup with those fries. I use the campfire mayo.
Arturo is upset with the selection of 5 as the number of slots in our Snackle box.
Okay. Well, hey, there's only 4 on this thing. So
now Jamie's brought up an interesting question. What about queso? Where does that? Queso's. We got to come up with we've got to come up with at least 10 to 15 slots.
We need like Bob Ross's palette. It's got like 15 things of paint on there.
And
you
you should be able to mix them. You
yeah. You get the brush and you mix them. I'm gonna do a little ranch and a little ketchup here.
I think some ranch and some like Taco Bell mild.
There you
go. Pretty
That's
well.
Right. Let's work those together here.
Preston says we have to keep the queso warm. Well, that's why it goes in the crook of your arm.
Right. Yeah.
You use body heat to keep it at 98 degrees.
We could probably hook some sterno to this thing.
Why
Let's
not?
be honest. We could probably pull that off.
Snackle box is it's a great idea.
I enjoy that idea very much. All right, we'll be back here on ESPN Arkansas. The 4 o'clock hour is coming up.
Got to have marinara.
Oh, yeah.
Marinara's got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. The number one destination for indoor golf is Kart Pass Social in Lowell. This place is fantastic. If it gets too hot or the weather gets bad, this weekend might have some rain. You can still get out there and play on their professional grade simulators with hundreds of courses from all over the place and no golf attire required. They do events there. They do memberships. You can book everything online at kartpathsocial.com. Find them on Grant Place in Lowell across from Atwoods. Kart Path Social. Call them at 487-3622. Kart Path Social in Lowell. All right, we'll be right back.
It's Tuesday, April 15th. I'm Brandon Evans. This is your 4029 News, live, local, late-breaking update. We've reached the halfway point of April and the home stretch of the Arkansas legislative session. State lawmakers are expected to potentially wrap up tomorrow. Some of the items we're following include the grocery tax bill and the bathroom bill. Arkansas's governor says the state has submitted a waiver to remove candy, sodas, and other unhealthy drinks from SNAP food benefits. This while adding rotisserie chicken to the approved foods list. Governor Sanders says this is the first step in broader food stamp reform. In court news, 9 people, 5 of whom are teens, and all of whom face capital murder charges were in Benton County Court yesterday. The charges are in relation to the shooting death of 41-year-old Andres Fonseca last month in Rogers. For all those stories, plus your Get Ready Weather forecast and Hog Wild Sports Report, join me, Brandon Evans, tonight on 4029 News.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
It's the time of year all about stepping up to the plate and making every play count. And when your vehicle takes a hit, you need a repair team that knows how to rally. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned and operated for over 40 years and is proud to be iCar Gold Class certified, putting them in the elite 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. For expert repairs that get you back in the lineup, call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body at 479-751-3801 or visit CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
It's time for the Rath Rod Replacement Sale at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory, inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Rath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
If the amazing regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics provided relief for former pro football player Bobby Carpenter, imagine the potential for your aching joints.
So my knee had been bothering me for a while. I played football for a number of years. I looked at talking to some doctors, but I need to potentially have surgery. And I decided, hey, let's check out QC Kinetics. I go in there and they look at the knee. Hey, here's the program that we can put you through.
That treatment takes your body's own healing properties and concentrates them at the root of the pain. No surgery or downtime.
The best part was there's no recovery until one day I felt like, hey, this feels like my old self again. I feel better. It's helped me. It's helped my dad. Hopefully it will help you in the same way. My message to them is do not wait. So you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Take it from Bobby Carpenter. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruscin and Zach starts right now.
Oh! Oh,
Blast with the pass here.
great. Not good. Great.
Summer of 67. Procol Harum. Whiter shade of pale right here. WNBC. Sing it. Yeah.
God, love this song. We were listening to this earlier.
Yeah.
Man, love this song.
It turns out we have it.
Yeah.
In a shocking upset. More. By the way, it's 2 consecutive breaks that the mics have been turned off.
Go, Zach.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing the bare minimum.
I'm not doing the bare minimum. I'm doing everything.
Oh, we got a bit. Whoa. We got breaking news here on the TV screen here. We got a car on fire on the interstate. We got debris on the racetrack.
Really? Where?
I can't tell where that is. Okay. Hold on, they're about to put it on the screen here, and we'll tell us all. Right out.
Boy, look at that.
That is a truck fully involved. 49 northbound, right there near the near 4029. Right near that's right past Pleasant Grove. Northbound side. That truck is fully on fire. Pickup truck.
Fully engulfed?
Fully engulfed,
fully
yeah.
enraged.
Yeah.
Engorged. That's a good word. I like that one.
Fire crews are on the scene, and they have begun. I love these traffic cams so much. They are spraying water on the truck right now.
Yeah, we're watching it live.
You are looking live.
All right,
I'm going to
now. You remember the last time this happened?
Yeah.
And we had like fires and that kind of stuff. If you're on 49 going north and you're stuck in traffic, photographs are encouraged.
Yes, safely and responsibly, please. Yes, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, let me see what this is. Get this camera going here.
It's a good music bed.
Thank you. I didn't put it together.
No, I stole this from somebody else.
Yeah. Back when we had traffic.
We ever have traffic?
I don't know.
We did. We were told not to do it.
Somebody did. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Oh man, I can't pull up the right camera.
Oh man, it's right there by.
I know where
it's
it
right
is.
there by Twin Peaks.
Yeah, sort of near there. Yeah.
We're going there very soon, aren't we?
In May. Yeah.
Okay, in May.
Yeah, we'll be there in May.
All right. Cool.
Yep, it's already backing up, folks. Backing it up. They moved the camera.
He says go to iDrive.
Arkansas. Yeah. I'm there.
Mile marker 80.9.
Yeah. They moved the camera. Now you can only see the truck in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. It was like right in the middle of the screen, but they moved the camera. Did somebody get offended by showing the truck on fire? Like, what are we doing here?
You know how it is out there.
All right.
You know how it is.
Anyway, be careful out there.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah, that was a.
Can we go back to Procol Harum now?
Oh, sure. Yes.
You don't mind.
Bring it back up. Yes. That's right. Text us or call us here 877-377-6963. You mentioned an announcement.
Yeah. Well, our announcement.
Okay.
I mean, you want to do it? We can do it now.
I don't care. We can do it at 5 o'clock when people are listening.
We'll do it at 5 o'clock.
All
We've
right.
got a.
I was gonna sell it.
Major show announcement. We've put fire in the fireplace. There's white smoke coming from the studio.
Right. That's right.
We've made a decision.
Can we
Yep.
Can we talk about Nico Harrison, please?
Sure.
I would like to talk about a Nico not named Iamaleava.
Okay.
This is by far the most cowardly executive in the history of professional sports.
Okay.
Let me explain to you what Nico Harrison did today. On the heels, a few weeks or months ago of trading the most popular guy probably in Dallas.
Talking about Luka Doncic.
Yes. Probably the most popular athlete in Dallas. More popular than Dak, that's for sure.
Sure.
And then at every turn, never admitting that was a colossal screw-up. Here's what the man did today, and I don't know how this can stand. If Dale Hansen was still doing the sports in Dallas, this guy wouldn't have a job anymore. But we have replaced the Dale Hansens of the world with more spineless people that do sports commentary in Dallas. And so, can you imagine if Dale Hansen or Randy Galloway were on the air?
No.
Oh, this got to be done.
Okay, so So he's not good at his job, but go ahead.
No. So here's what happened today.
Fire away.
Nico met with the media. Nico Harris. He met with the media, but the media couldn't record it. No cameras, no audio recording, just him talking to the media. Select members of the media. Probably the ones that will do his evil bidding during the
familiar.
I mean, this is authoritarian. Like, what? How can this stand? How can anyone be okay with this?
Well, who went? That's my.
Well,
question.
I don't know that. I mean, certain members of the media apparently.
I would like to know who went and what are you reporting? What you're reporting is essentially hearsay.
Yes, because whatever you say, if they don't like it, they can just say, "Well, I didn't say that."
I didn't say that,
and there's no proof.
No,
because you couldn't record it. This is absolutely just bonkers to me that we have arrived at a place where this is just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this is acceptable.
That is unbelievable to me. Why doesn't Arkansas do this?
They do.
Yeah, we'll let you in, but don't record anything Sam says. Don't record anything. Don't record anything Bobby Petrino says. That's wild to me. It's wild that that a general manager of a professional basketball franchise can meet with the media and no one can put it on the record. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. On the heels of, and then you put this with last week when he was hiding in the tunnel like a baby when the Lakers came back to town. He has no guts.
It's been tough.
I've never seen anyone with less guts than this. Never. Can you think of anybody who was, I mean, you can be unpopular, but to just have no courage, I mean, that's different. I don't remember seeing that very much.
It's a bad look. It's a weird look. I'll grant you that.
Yeah. I mean, even when Stan Presti was screwing up the Thunder all those years after the Durant and Westbrook moved on, he'd still meet with the media and you could record it. I mean, Brian Cashman sucks, but he at least meets with the media and they can record it. I mean, good Lord, this is absolutely crazy, and this is the way it's all going. And who's going to lose out? You, the fan. Because now there's no accountability anymore. They can do whatever they want. They control the media. They control everything. And who loses out? You do. That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean, goodness. This is absolutely crazy.
He won't be with that club for very long. Especially if the AD trade goes south and Anthony Davis doesn't produce.
Now, is he playing in the playoffs or is he still hurt? Or what's going on there?
I'm going to have to I'll be honest with you. I watch a lot of Knicks. I watch a lot of Knicks and Spurs.
But you're my NBA guy.
I don't watch a lot of the Mavs because I didn't even realize they were still in the league. Oh. Sorry, Christian. I know you're a Mavs guy.
I got it up here. He is on the injury report.
Of course he is. But he lives on the injury report. He is an injury.
Yeah. Okay. So it's got to be 50-50. He's going to play.
I think
against the Grizzlies in that game.
I think it's 50-50. He even shows up to the arena.
So I mean, this, can you remember a group? Let's keep it in sports, all right? Because this could get ugly quickly with what I'm about to say. Can you remember a group that has lost the public's trust quicker than the Mavericks have here? Because, I mean, they hate everything about this organization now. And it wasn't that way like January 1st.
No.
And now it is just everything. And it went so quickly. Like, you know, when Snyder had the Washington football franchise, I mean, maybe locally they noticed it earlier, but it felt like a slow burn. Like it was a few years till he tried to hire Spurrier, and that didn't work, and then it just kind of started sliding. This was a nosedive. This was like right off the cliff.
This is reminiscent of, well, first of all, he got fleeced in this deal, giving up arguably the best player in the game for a player who is often injured and can be a malcontent at times.
Yes, right.
Now, you know what? I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. What's the long play on this? But if there's no plan past AD, I don't know what you're doing. You got nothing out of the deal except Anthony Davis. That was the marquee piece you got back. Thought you could pair him with Kyrie and make something out of it. You couldn't. Didn't work.
Right. Because he's hurt all the time.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. It's I can't remember something devolving this quickly in sports, but in a relationship between fans and team.
Oh, there are plenty of instances where things have gone south, especially when teams do fire sales. Baseball is a good example.
I'll tell you another one. In 2012, when John L. lost to ULM, that was a pretty quick nosedive.
But that was a loss of a game. This is a front office move.
Right. That's the only thing I can compare it to around here. Because people, it was the first, after one game, people were still, feeling good about the situation. And then that happened. Colton Browning, or Memorial Stadium, 2012, and then everybody's like, "I'm out on this. I don't care anymore. Get rid of this guy." Which led to an interesting fall because you spent 10 weeks kind of speculating who the new coach was going to be because you knew it wasn't going to be that guy.
No,
That was kind of
definitely
odd.
wasn't going to be him.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Gavin says maybe it's not his fault. Maybe he's just unqualified. It's the owner's fault. Putting him in this position.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe so.
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, though.
That's right. Here is a reporter who sent me this. Hacker sent this. One of the reporters, Grant Afseth. I was not among the reporters invited to speak with Nico Harrison. The front office that is confident in its moves doesn't need to speak only to selected media without recording devices. This has been an utterly bizarre season.
I'll give you one move that alienated an entire fan base more than this did.
Yeah.
And that's when the Ursays moved the Colts to Indianapolis.
In the middle of the night? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That sort of Modell taking the Browns out of Cleveland. Same thing.
The one thing, but both of those instances, there was some kind of notice.
No, not the Colts.
Well, but the Colts were flirting with Arizona, or they were at least. And Modell, I mean,
that was a slow build.
That was a slow burn, and then they burned the stadium down for the final game, more or less.
Okay, they tore it apart. They didn't burn it down. No fire.
They're throwing chairs on the field.
They unhinged a lot of things on the way out.
Right.
Mistake on the leg.
But it's just like my what I would tell what people don't understand, well, maybe the people who run the Mavericks don't understand, is this, while if you're a billionaire, owning a team may be just another line on a spreadsheet, in actuality, you're really running a public utility. And you kind of you can't treat it like, those, you can't run a professional sports franchise like any other business in your portfolio, like those string of car washes you have in Denton. Like, you have to run it with a certain level of personal touch. And because if you're going to ask people to be passionate about something and care, you have to respect that. And at no point in this entire situation have the Mavericks respected that or done anything close to treating the Mavericks like it. But a pro sports team is like a public utility. You can't run it like a gas station.
In some instances, yes, but it's more than likely a family business. It's like running a golf course in a lot of ways. It's a family business.
No, but if you have a string of hot dog carts, like you can't run it like like that. Like it's got to be another personal touch. Maybe that's a bad example. Jamie is on the phone in Dallas. So I want to hear what are they saying about this today?
Were you invited,
Jamie?
I'm gonna give you the insight on a lot of this. Okay, it was personal with Nico Harrison and Luka. There's a lot of things that have come out that have shown that to be the case. You combine that with an owner who's currently the governor, and Patrick Dumont, that married into money. Miriam Adelson, Sheldon Adelson, however you say the last name, she married him. It's her daughter, not Sheldon Adelson's daughter, that's married to Dumont. So that just, this guy fell into billions, okay? So on the other side of that, there are people that, if you really dig into NBA insiders, they'll talk about Luka's his exposure against the Celtics in the NBA Finals, especially Game 3. Then he was really petulant. He's a selfish individual. He's a ball dominant player and all these things. But you can wait 50 years and there's not another one of those walking in the door. That's what I can guarantee as a lifelong Maverick fan. And Nico just took that personal. he sees everything through this lens of Kobe, and he, in his eye, a star does this, a star does that, a star acts like this, a star acts like that. Well, if that was the case, Kobe would have been the only star there ever was, and these other guys, they wouldn't really matter. I was at the semifinals this year of the Mavericks and OKC in the in-season tournament at OKC. Luka had just come back just on the other side of Christmas, and something was up. He was heavy, but he had 2 points with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter that night. He just wouldn't really shoot the ball, and I could tell something was really, really up. The thing is it got really ugly here. They fired everyone that basically Luka liked, the longtime trainer that went all the way back to Nash and Nowitzki days. They ran him off. They ran the person off. They ran that person off. Luka ends up hiring his own body team at one point. And then but the wild thing about it, they talk about how Jaylen Brown exposed Luka in the playoffs. Well, he'd been getting a shot in his knee for like 10 straight games. He was injured all over the place.
So do fans feel like if you're going to hold a press conference and no one can record it, like this is not a serious organization anymore? Do fans feel that way?
Yeah, Kevin Sherrington, you should read him in the Dallas Morning News. He talks about this at length. Nobody there. I'm no longer a Mavericks fan. I have no connection to this organization. There's only one player that's even on the team that was on the Mavericks team when we went to the 2022 Western Conference Finals. That was just yesterday. Jaden Hardy's the only player left on that team. Like fans have no connections. I know so many people that have canceled so many season tickets. ESPN has estimated that this thing is going to cost the Dallas Mavericks organization $9 figures in lost endorsements, lost ticket sales.
I love it.
And lost concession
Jamie,
and jersey and things like that.
Jamie,
Go ahead.
Take a deep breath. You can homie hop. You can homie hop over.
You know what? Stick it to the Mavericks. Root for Oklahoma City to win the whole thing.
No,
don't
do that. Don't do that.
They would hate that.
That's like sleeping with your cousin. Come to the East. Let's root for the Knicks.
I'm rooting for the Lakers.
Even worse. That would be great.
No.
If you want to stick it to Dallas and their front office, that would be a good one. We got to run, Jamie, but thank you for your insights there. Jamie in Dallas, keeping up with this whole thing.
You don't root for the Lakers.
Well, that's what he's going to do. It sounds like to me. All right, we're going to go to break because we're running behind here. We'll be back. 877-377-6963. New sponsor alert. Roback. RHOBACK. It's the brand that's redefining comfort. The best hoodies and joggers, polos, performance tees. Roback is all about best fit and best feel. And what really sets Roback apart is fabric quality. Everything they make is buttery soft, stretchy in all the right ways, and just ridiculously comfortable. The Roback hoodie is hands down the softest hoodie there is. Not even exaggerating. They're everywhere. These sprint joggers, lightweight, breathable, super soft. And just in time for spring, the Isaiah collection is live now. A limited edition drop you don't want to miss. So if you're ready to upgrade your comfort game, use the code RUSH25 at checkout at roback.com. RHOBACK, and get 20% off your first order through the end of this week. RHOBACK.com. 20% off all hoodies, joggers, and more with the promo code RUSH25.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Here's somebody that says we're the Jersey Shore. All right.
Yes, but with less abs.
Or flabs.
ESPN Arkansas. Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
The dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. Even if your bracket is busted, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with a free Sweet 16 bracket and live betting on every remaining tournament game. With the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to MLB, NHL, and MMA, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the Lux you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks.
Introducing the Azalea.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics. No rabbit in a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
Thanks for watching.
2024. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA. We are as golf as it gets.
It's not just the flavors that keep you coming back to the House of Webster. It's a tradition. For over 90 years, our family-owned company has been making jams, jellies, salsas, barbecue sauce, and many more treats that make your meals come to life. From the first jar to the last spoonful, you'll taste the quality in every bite. Please visit our gift shop located at 1013 North 2nd Street, downtown Rogers. We want you to sample the great taste of life. Visit us at houseofwebster.com. House of Webster. See you soon.
Delicious jams and jellies.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas, we're the Lewis brothers here from Lewis Automotive. We've got some exciting news to share with you today. As you know, during the month of March was our ultimate challenge, and we got some big news.
Absolutely. During the month of March, we set a huge goal of cars that we needed to sell, and we're here to let you know that we not only hit that goal, we exceeded that goal. So we just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you to our employees. Thank you for the families for supporting them during this month. And thank you to the customer for not only buying, but for selling us your vehicle as well.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
I'm meteorologist Wayne Morrison with your 4029 Get Ready with the Forecast. Another cool night is on tap by Sunrise Wednesday. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s. A warmer day is expected for our Wednesday as temperatures climb to the low to mid 70s. A couple of stray showers are possible. Chances are very low though. Wednesday's overnight temperatures will fall to the upper 50s by Sunrise Thursday. That's your Get Ready with the Forecast only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair because there was nowhere to sit. You get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by. Tell Robert Errol-Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks and you want to be seated in the Good Chair. He loves when you do that, by the way, because I always get a phone call telling me that one of our people stopped by and said that to him. Anyway, we've got baseball tonight out at Baum.
Arkansas, will you make the Final Four?
Probably, yeah.
Wacky uniforms with the pigs.
Come on, the two of the board. Come on.
Did I hear you say you were playing a game today with the home crowd yelling, woo, Big Suey? Hey, those pigs may be hogs, but they're kosher to me.
UAPB's in town for what should be a complete ass-kicking. First pitch just after 6 p.m. We're on the air at 5:30 with the Dugout Show on selected ESPN Arkansas stations. May your station be selected. Texas A&M is in town this weekend. Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders getting their jerseys retired at Colorado. Hunter, I get. Sanders, I don't. Suns have fired Mike Budenholzer. He was really bad. 5 years, $50 million for him. They owe him 4 years, $40 million. New York Yankees slugger Aaron Judge, who I don't dislike, and it bothers me, is going to be the captain for Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. He's never competed in that event, so should be fun. Your Ruscin and Zach X polls brought to you by no one in particular. I'm doing this out of just simple obligation. Over 5,000 senior citizens were asked by the AARP for their best advice on saving money for their later years. Here are the top 3 answers, which are the best. Use someone else's money. Don't take the grandkids out ever. Or don't buy the round. 68.4% of seniors said someone else's, and then 25% said don't buy the round. Given the state of things, if you were awakened from a coma, would you ask them to put you back under? 59.6% of you said yes. And when making pasta, is it ever okay to mix different types of pasta together like a psychopath? 51.3% of you said no. And those are your Ruscin and Zach X polls brought to you by me.
Brent,
you know what we could do?
What's that?
We could actually have the poll sponsored by the MBI Platinum Plus points.
Right. Make them pay for it.
Right.
There you go.
All right.
Brent and Cersei. What's up, Brent?
What's up? What's up, Ruscin and Zach?
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you, I thoroughly enjoy your takes on whatever that fool's name is in Dallas. That's the general manager.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nico?
Yes, Nico Harrison.
Nico is everything that's wrong with the NBA. He never played the game, probably, and he learned it from listening to Stephen A. Smith. Okay, that's everything that's wrong with the game.
All right.
I mean, you don't trade Luka Doncic for Anthony. I'm a toothpick Davis that will break at any moment. You know what I mean? You just don't do that.
He's a chandelier
and have any type credibility. And have any type credibility with your team. And I don't know if you ever saw that press conference with he and Jason Kidd the day after. Jason Kidd looked like a miserable human being up there at that table with him.
Hey, lost Luka.
Yes, of course. Yeah, he's got to figure out a way to win ball games without the best player.
But I have my question for you is, why didn't the owner step up and say, "Okay, it's you or Luka, and Luka's winning this one. You're gone, Nico. You're gone."
Cuban's not in charge anymore.
Nope, the other guy, and we heard the guy from Dallas talking about how this is a this is a silver spoon in their mouth, married into money, third base situation. This guy's never worked before. He doesn't know anything about any of this stuff.
Not a thing.
And I think it was ownership's call to do this. So because they don't care about they don't care about their community, their fans. They don't care about any of that stuff with the Dallas Mavericks.
No,
they don't.
They do not.
They don't. And someone texted in, is Dallas the most dysfunctional sports city? You can make that case, I think. The
Rangers
Cowboys
won the series a couple of years ago. The Stars are pretty good.
Are they going this year? I can't remember if they are or not. That is a well-run organization, the Dallas Stars. They are in this year. They will be in the playoffs again this year.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Consistent.
Yes. Yeah. And what they have done is they have like 2 or 3 really popular players. And guess what? They've been there a really long time. Like Jamie Benn and Sagan, like they've been there forever. And you just keep building around that.
SMU went to the playoff.
Yeah.
So no, Dallas isn't the most dysfunctional sports city.
Just the pro basketball and pro football team.
Right. You can't even say that about Cleveland. The Guardians and the Cavs are good. Like Cleveland's an easy punching bag.
Right. Yeah, it's probably Miami.
God.
The Dolphins are still bad.
The Canes are bad.
You've got Tyreek Hill still beating up women allegedly. You've got the Marlins stink. The U is bad.
Yeah, the
Panthers
have the cup. Sorry.
So one franchise
you can't say it's a dysfunctional sports city when you're the reigning champ.
But I've got 6 bad and 1 good, and you're 2 good. Inter Miami's got
San Francisco.
Okay, hold on. The Niners, the Warriors,
the A's.
We'll count them up in Sacramento. Why not?
The Giants.
Yeah.
The 49ers.
That's a contender. But west of the Rockies, nobody cares about sports.
West of the Rockies, hello.
So
okay, west of it has to be east of the.
It's got to be like
the Rockies.
It's got to be like Middle America or East. Nobody out west cares about sports. It's very bizarre.
How about Milwaukee? You can count the Packers in there.
Yeah.
The Bucks. The Bucks are okay.
The Brewers always blow it, but I don't think they're dysfunctional.
How about Chicago? The Hawks are bad. The Cubs and the White Sox.
Chicago's a good one.
All right.
The Bears.
The Bulls are bad. The Bears are bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Chicago.
Blackhawks are like dead last.
Yo, they're dead ass last.
Terrible.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I need a ruling from you as a voice of reason because I'm kind of on the pro side on this.
Okay.
I have been asked by someone very close to me if she can dye her hair green like Jeremy Sohan and Dennis Rodman.
Sure. Go for it.
Where were you? I mean, where are you? Like, I've always got your back. Always.
No, you can't dye your hair green like Dennis Sohan.
It's Jeremy Sohan.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
Didn't Dennis Schroeder dye his hair for a while?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, he did.
Okay. All right. More coming up here.
I asked for one thing.
Stick around.
I asked for one thing. One thing.
New York's pretty dysfunctional. But the Yankees went to the World Series last year. Never mind.
There it goes.
Okay.
And the Knicks are in the playoffs as a 3. Devils are in.
Okay.
It's Chicago.
Point taken.
It's Chicago.
Okay.
No question.
We'll be back 26 minutes until the hour.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Hey, it's James Teague with the Teague Law Firm. I'm excited to be back on Halftime with Phil and Matt Fridays at 12:15.
Funny Benny story where we're both freshmen and I'm just trying to stay on the team, and he's obviously, we got the Benny fandom going on during batting practice, and there's a pop fly. Well, I kind of go all out for it, and me and Benny collide, and he's trying to get real reps to actually do real baseball stuff. I'm just shagging BP, and I saw my career flash before my eyes.
Only on ESPN 99.5.
He struck him out swinging.
Taco Bell's new Caliente sauce made with red jalapenos is the spicy side of Cantina chicken. But does that mean everything has a spicy side? Like your cactus plant. It's like your other plants, but spicy. Or your coworker who says they hate everyone who works here, but you work here. Or when you say, I don't mean to be rude, but you do mean to be rude. But now you can feed your spicy side with Caliente Cantina chicken from Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Do you love fireworks? How'd you like to get paid to shoot them? Light up the night and your career with J&M Displays. J&M Displays is hiring part-time fireworks shooters to help shoot shows all across Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. You'll get free training, great daily pay, and a front row seat to the action. There's nothing like hearing the crowd cheer after a show you helped create. Get started today. Visit jnmdisplays.com. Click the Join the Team tab and light up your future with J&M.
Experience the flavors of chef-inspired modern Ozark cuisine at Mockingbird Kitchen in the Evelyn Hills Shopping Center in Fayetteville. Now that the weather is perfect, dine on their patio and enjoy delicious, seasonally inspired dishes from signature favorites to nightly specials. They're open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner, or if you prefer to stay in, you can order takeout and enjoy at home. Vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options are available. Make your lunch or dinner extraordinary at Mockingbird Kitchen, where great food meets great atmosphere. Mockingbird Kitchen. Modern Ozark cuisine.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Attention business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
15 shots. So far, I'm almost 67. I still got all my appendages.
Yeah.
Joe right now is watching Blue Jays nest, which is voyeurism,
Really?
right?
Well, that's an interesting way to do that. Yeah.
Major show announcement coming up in 30 minutes.
Yes, that is correct,
minutes.
sir. That is correct, sir. Yes. This is ESPN Arkansas, Ruscin and Zach, 877-377-6963, the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, and your drive home is indeed powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
This is something that I will take to bed with me tonight. Probably sleep with.
Okay.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
Elf.
Woo pig.
Got them all in.
How does the Senate vote?
It's tax day.
That's right, yes.
How does the Senate vote?
That's correct, yes. Got that covered.
By the way, somebody, Chase, who was in here yesterday when our raffle told us that they had extended the deadline. That would have been helpful information about 48 hours ago.
Right.
Chase, where were you on that?
Northbound traffic on 49 and is still terrible up near in Rogers because of the truck is no longer on fire. Now they're loading it on a flatbed tow truck to get it out of there. So that's what's going on there.
Guy in Fort Smith has texted in. Less sports. I don't know why, but we like y'all.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
It's a what is it? What is it? Nightingale syndrome?
Florence Nightingale?
Yeah, something like that. What's the one where you fall in love with your captor?
Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what happens around here. We're all captive by a certain sports entity, and we fall in love with them. Stockholm syndrome.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I've got a buddy of mine that covers the Sixers and the Eagles up in Philadelphia. He just sent me a text. Tell me about Landon Jackson. Keep seeing him, and they are talking about him as being a second-round pick for the Eagles. Is he the real deal?
NFL draft next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, right here on ESPN Arkansas.
Yes.
Selected ESPN Arkansas stations, and of course, Mayor State should be selected.
So they're looking at him with a second-round grade.
That's what they're saying.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like him. I like, he seemed like he's one of those people who, of course, has the talent, but is also like not going to be a nitwit away from the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I
like
do.
He seems like he's got that put together. And I would imagine, when you've been as successful as Philadelphia has, like if you're a new person causing trouble, not that he would, but just anybody in general, like the leash is going to be pretty short on that because they kind of got it figured out what they're doing up there. You know what I mean?
They have some people to replace, especially on that defensive line. Brandon Graham retired. So I think a team like the Eagles, who's as accomplished as they are, look at him and say, okay, we can slot him into this spot. He doesn't have to go in there and be their every down defensive end. He's a rotation guy, a guy that fills a particular need that they are looking for. So that, I think, a second round grade, early, late second round, into the third round, that seems about right for him. The body, the physical is there. The body of work is what I look at and go, okay, it doesn't necessarily match the measurables yet, but he developed late. His first 2 years were not good. The last 2 years have been better. So, maybe it's a guy that's, rising up. He's going to have to go and make somebody fall in love with him if you're going to go higher than late second round.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. And all that stuff coming up next week. We're going to see who reaches and fails on Shedeur Sanders. Spoiler alert, it's probably a franchise that in 4 years will again be looking for a starting quarterback. That's usually how this goes with the top teams picking quarterbacks. It's always the same, like 7 or 8, and they just keep rearranging the deck chairs.
Well, yeah, we're finding a franchise quarterback is hard. And this is what I don't understand about the draft. It's like I was watching I'm such a loser. I was watching some Minnesota Vikings practice film from one of their OTAs.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
And J.J. McCarthy was kind of the subject of that. And I was watching J.J. McCarthy, and J.J. McCarthy was a fine college quarterback. His game does not translate to the NFL. He just doesn't see things that that a top level NFL quarterback does. And everybody's going to tell you, well, you can't have Mahomes. You can't have, Jalen Hurts. You can't have, not everybody can have those guys. Well, you damn well better find them. Otherwise, you're just going to be on this constant hobby horse going around and around and around with first-round picks at the quarterback spot. Cleveland. It's the same group every year looking for a quarterback. Yep. And they keep missing. They keep reaching. The Vikings are going to be searching for another one. I can tell you right now, J.J. McCarthy ain't it. And none of the guys in this draft are high-end guys, but somebody's going to reach. There's going to be a panic. We got to get a quarterback. Well, you can set your franchise back 5 years by drafting the wrong one.
Right.
I mean, when I told you the day that the Giants selected Daniel Jones, I told you he couldn't play.
Right. Yeah,
and Daniel Jones was awful. And now he's going to be, for the rest of whatever his career is, a journeyman. He got paid once. Rest of his career is going to be knocking around, as the second teamer. I don't understand. Because a player seems to be a fit like Shedeur Sanders in Las Vegas. Oh, man, Pete Carroll's not that dumb. Pete Carroll is a hell of a football coach who understands what you need at the quarterback position. If he, and I doubt Pete Carroll would do this. This would be an organizational decision. But, if Mark Davis is in there going, yeah, we want Shedeur Sanders. If I'm Pete Carroll, I pack my bags and go, that's not our guy. It's not our guy. But, of course, the Raiders are the team that in back-to-back years drafted 2 top-end tight ends. So this isn't the brightest franchise we've got.
No.
For all of the accolades and the bona fides and all these guys, some of the guys just in those rooms aren't very bright. Right. They draft on what they think will sell tickets, how they look in their uniform, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's Reaper and Kibler. And this is exactly what I said to my buddy up in Philly. He said, Landon Jackson has all the measurements, but the production hasn't lived up to the potential. That's a fact. But he may be one of those guys that's a late bloomer. A guy that had to figure it out in college and then gets to the NFL. And I know this is a very dated reference, but a guy who had to figure it out in the NFL was Joe Montana. He was okay in college.
Right.
He was fine. Won a national title, but he did it handing the football off. But when he got to the NFL, he got hooked up with Bill Walsh and things took off. Right. Dan Marino's the same way. Sometimes it just takes a little while for guys.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I think Wilson is fine. I don't know that he's a project. I mean, this isn't a guy that you're expecting to step in day one and be a 3-down guy.
Yeah. All right. The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach.
Tyler from Winslow sounds like Sanders is going to the Giants or the Jets. Good luck to both of those.
But that makes sense, right? Because they don't know what they're doing. So that would track with what they've done in recent times.
Yeah, Pete Tonytown's with me on the J.J. McCarthy thing. Why would you move on from Darnold, who was safe, had gotten you 13 wins? No, you're not going to win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. Just sure as hell ain't making the playoffs with J.J. McCarthy. So there's a big difference there.
Right.
Where did Darnold wind up?
They may go on a 1-year rental with Aaron Rodgers. That's still in play up there in Minnesota.
All right, Skeeter's in panic mode. What's the scenario for my Saints? Spencer Rattler, sign Aaron Rodgers, draft Sanders or Dart? I would stay away from Sanders and Dart. I don't like.
Well, that's right, because Derek Carr has some sort of shoulder injury that they say could keep him out for the year in New Orleans. And
I say this without knowing what's coming next year, but Aaron Rodgers to me isn't getting the Saints to where you want to be. It's a problem you'll have to deal with for 8 months, and I wouldn't go anywhere near it.
Well, he is a problem.
Yeah,
and he's not going to They're not winning the Super Bowl.
No,
Whoever gets him is not winning the Super Bowl. Even though that's the
why he doesn't. This notion that Aaron Rodgers is going to sell tickets, I don't think works. The team's bad. Nobody's showing up. Right. I would stay away from Sanders and Dart. I'd roll with Rattler. And again, I say this without knowing what's in the quarterback class next year. But you've got to get one in the next couple of cycles, or one through free agency. But Rodgers just ain't it.
No. Yeah, I don't. Allegedly, he's still waiting to decide what he wants to do. That's what they're saying.
This is his thing. And you know what? At 20 years in the league or however long it's been, man, you've got the power to do that. More power to you. But if I'm a franchise, I'm not sitting around waiting for a 1-year guy.
Right. If he was this isn't Tom Brady.
Right. If he was
not even close.
If he was going to give me 3 or 4 years, maybe I'd think about it. But the production just isn't there.
Tom Brady. Now, granted, Tom Brady at a late age did not rupture his Achilles. Aaron Rodgers did. Mm-hmm. But, man, Tom Brady in his 40s, he still had something in the tank. He was still good. He's the one that if he was going to do the 1-year rental thing every year, you would wait for him. But with Aaron Rodgers, it's diminishing returns. His best football is behind him, not ahead of him. So it's just, it's a gamble you will lose. And, more power to you, I guess. Whoever gets him.
Bob says sports talk is depressing. Can we get back to truck fires, please?
Well, the truck fire's out. I'm sorry.
Yes, and they're hauling the truck away now.
Right. But the traffic is still backed up, till Kingdom
Somebody
Come.
just texting Quinn Ewers. Guys, Quinn Ewers is a fine college quarterback. Took his team to the playoff, got him to the semifinal. No, the semifinals. Quinn Ewers was a good college quarterback. He is not even close to being an NFL starting quarterback. He may get on somebody's team and be, and carry a clipboard, which is a fine way to make a living. But this is not the answer at quarterback.
No, that is correct. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Drive home powered by Mr. Sparky, Ruscin and Zach. Dan in Mount Ida wants someone to spell RETIRE for Aaron Rodgers.
Young.
Relax. He did that one time.
Oh, yeah.
We all remember that very well. So there you have it. Let me remind you real quick. I got a moment here. Twin Peaks is the place to go. They've got the action with the NBA starting tonight, the play-in tournament, all that action, the draft next week. April 20th, coming up this weekend, is National Munchies Day.
I got the munchies.
Yeah. They got how about a liquid? How about it says here, if you need to cure cottonmouth, grab a liquid marijuana. That's what it says. Oh. Shots are just $6 all day, and cocktails are on special for $8, featuring Captain Morgan, Parrot Bay, coconut rum, melon liqueur, and blue curacao, shaken and poured over ice, then topped with pineapple juice and a dash of sweet and sour. It's all at Twin Peaks, where they've got, of course, the 29-degree rear, the scratch kitchen, and the scenic views.
Listen to your Uncle Zach. Get the meatball skillet.
Right, that's a good one.
Get the meatball skillet. It will change your life.
Twin Peaks, the Lodge in Rogers. Check them out for all of this great sports we've got going on in the springtime. They got it all there on the TV at Twin Peaks. Let's see here. Scott wants to know what channel the baseball game's on. This one, the radio, this channel. I mean, not the one that in Northwest Arkansas, but the rest of them. That's what you get. All right? You got that all figured out? Mm-hmm. Good. All right.
Oh, we're being told by Razor Bacon that April 20th is National 420 Day.
Well, yeah, it's 420. It's also, like I said, National Munchies Day there at Twin Peaks.
They go hand in hand.
See? They do. That's true.
Thank you, Razor Bacon.
You're right. All right.
Salut.
We have a show announcement to get to.
Big one.
Coming up
big
here
show announcement.
On at 5 o'clock. So stick around for that. Baseball coverage for some of you at 5:30 as Arkansas hosts Arkansas Pine Bluff at Baum Walker Stadium. And then 3 with A&M starting Thursday, Friday. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series this time around. Oh, Friday, we can come in and break down an actual game. How lucky for us.
Oh, boy. Yay. Whoopee. A Zeppelin.
Tell your voice to be excited. Tell your face.
Yeah.
Tell your face. There you go.
Whoopee.
All right. Let me tell you about Tucker Construction and Remodeling. They are the experts from tear it out to build it back. Mike Turner and Stowe Ray Construction have joined forces. They do demolition, excavation, utilities, tree service, metal buildings, pretty much everything. Been doing this for 30 years. It's a local team that can handle it all. They serve the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, Branson, and more. And they can do asbestos abatement as well. When it comes to asbestos, you need professionals like Tucker Construction and Remodeling to help you understand what you're dealing with. They can help you properly take care of that situation, too. So check them out, 479-650-6453. 650-6453. Call Mike and get in touch with the pros at Tucker Construction. We'll be right back.
It's Tuesday, April 15th. I'm Brandon Evans. This is your 4029 News, live, local, late-breaking update. We've reached the halfway point of April and the home stretch of the Arkansas legislative session. State lawmakers are expected to potentially wrap up tomorrow. Some of the items we're following include the grocery tax bill and the bathroom bill. Arkansas's governor says the state has submitted a waiver to remove candy, sodas, and other unhealthy drinks from SNAP food benefits. This while adding rotisserie chicken to the approved foods list. Governor Sanders says this is the first step in broader food stamp reform. In court news, 9 people, 5 of whom are teens, and all of whom face capital murder charges were in Benton County Court yesterday. The charges are in relation to the shooting death of 41-year-old Andres Fonseca last month in Rogers. For all those stories, plus your Get Ready Weather forecast and Hog Wild Sports Report, join me, Brandon Evans, tonight on 4029 News.
Now, for a limited time, employee pricing is back at the #1 fifth wheel dealer in Arkansas, Wheels RV. That's right, employee pricing is back, and you pay what our employees pay on a huge selection of select new and used RVs, plus some 2025 models included. You'll find all your favorite brands, such as Grand Design, Brinkley, Forest River, Vibe, Nobo, and Flagstaff. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV sold. Employee pricing exclusively at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV, located 5 miles west of I-49 in Tawnytown. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
SoFi Personal Loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi Personal Loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater. What comes to mind? Best steaks, best wings, best salads, best sports bar, best all-around restaurant? You're right on every count. Now, picture where you'll take the family for Easter brunch, treat mom on Mother's Day, or celebrate an after-graduation feast. The answer? The All-American Steakhouse in Springdale. Download their app on Google Play or the App Store to order online for pickup or delivery, or use it to book a private meeting room for business or pleasure. Easy, fast, and convenient. The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale. Great steaks, great sports.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs, and the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Okay, here we are. Ruskin and Zach, good to have you alongside. Another basketball thing to tell you about here in a minute.
Right.
I got another situation going on there. We can talk about that. And our big announcement is up soon as well. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Tell them I can hear. Tell them I can hear this. I can hear power.
That's right. Bino. All right, before our announcement.
Yeah.
The news, another big guy for Razorback basketball.
Look at that.
Malik Ewan from Florida State, transfer.
Okay.
6'10". He has 2 years left. Nick Pringle from South Carolina has 1. So getting some size, getting some big people to put in this situation. Now they have 4 open spots on the team. And we'll see what else transpires here. But there you go. So they've picked up 2 today. John Caliper. So
both of them 6'10".
So apparently the NIL situation had some sort of tax day ramifications, and now once that all got cleared up on tax day, now you can start handing out money to transfers again. Is that
sure
what we are led to deduce from this?
Yeah, we'll
for
go
the
on
timing on this.
Yeah, so much easier when it was all under the table and you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you just showed up and cheered.
Right.
That's what we want to. Oh, I want to go back to that. When you just show up and
Just
cheer.
to go back to the cheering.
Yeah, just go back to show up and cheer. Who's out there? Who cares? They're on my team. Let's go. It was a simpler time. It's a beautiful time. But yeah, there you go. So they got another guy that they wanted there. All right, there you have it. Well, now there's 2 fewer people in the portal. We're down to at least 636 in the basketball portal now. So
okay,
maybe there have been some other additions somewhere today too. But there you go. That's right. Tyler from Winslow. If these kids aren't paying their taxes, I'm not either. I wasn't insinuating the kids are paying their taxes. I was insinuating maybe the people funding this had to work all that out before they start, handing out money. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it was. By the way, in our state, I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
The rev share money, no taxes for the players.
Interesting.
Yeah, no taxes.
Do we get that plan?
No.
Okay.
No, but the rev share money, when the schools directly pay the players in the state of Arkansas, if this law goes through that they've been talking about, and it looks like it's moving through, no state taxes on the
That's nice.
income. Yeah, look at that.
That's nice.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Zach would like to speak to all of you. Please.
It's a we thing, buddy.
We would like to speak.
We would like to speak and jump in anytime. But sometimes change is needed, and sometimes change is welcomed. And we've gone through a little bit of familia change around here, and I can't tell you. We conducted a coast-to-coast search.
Yes,
literally.
A nationwide search.
I was overwhelmed
right.
at times with the number of people that were interested in joining our little family here, and
it's a good show.
And I say this with all humility. I was really blown away by the number of qualified people, and the folks that weren't qualified. That was fun too.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Hey, that was wild. But we received a lot of interest in our position, and we sort of narrowed it down to 4, and then ultimately down to 2. And as things go, you have to make your decision. And we have finally made our decision. We've welcomed in a new family member. They were here today, getting themselves set up and signed on and all of that sort of stuff. So beginning tomorrow, we will have a gentleman who has produced radio and television shows. This is maybe the first time this has happened in this market for sure. Los Angeles and Denver, and he will be coming to work for us starting tomorrow. His name is Bill. I will let him tell you his last name if he chooses to, so you wackos don't just go hunt him down.
Yeah.
But I've known Bill.
Is he Bill or Billy or Mac or Buddy?
Well, I know that I can't call him Billy Surf. I know that.
All right.
That was one of his former air names, and he is way against that.
Does he have a cup with all the old air names
I
like
hope
Dr.
so.
Johnny Fever?
I hope so. I will see.
Johnny Caravella show here on W.
I've known Bill 35 years. Known of him, worked with him briefly back. He started his radio career here in Fayetteville and has returned as the prodigal son. Very excited to have him on. He is he's great on air. He's great behind the scenes. He is going to be a rocket boost for us when we get him in here.
And he's not afraid of the equipment. So
no, he is
good.
not. That is a
Very good.
huge step, a huge thing in our favor.
David referencing one of my favorite shows, I believe, Billions, with Bobby Axelrod and Paul Giamatti's in that show. Dollar Bill. They had this guy who was one of their traders called Dollar Bill. We call him that.
Now,
I don't know.
We need to have a talk.
Okay.
And I'm not talking to you in there. I'm talking to you out there.
Okay.
I've warned him what you all are like. I have warned him, and I have prepped him for what you people are like.
Yeah.
And he says he can handle it. So have at him. I mean, take your best shot. Take your best run at him, whatever you got to do. But he will be here tomorrow. He will be here on the wheels of steel. He will pop onto the show. He will talk. He will answer the phones. He will be fully functioning. The best part about him is that day one he's fully functional. And that to me was, there was a list of qualifications that I wanted, and he checks every box.
All right.
I'm very excited about this. I know behind the scenes you're excited because he's going to organize us in a way we haven't been organized before. Very excited about that. So, yeah, this is going to be a really, really good thing.
Okay. Does he know how to turn the mics off during the break?
Listen.
Hey, to your credit, I think that's 4 breaks in a row you haven't.
Thank you.
5. All right.
5. Ever since Sean.
I'm falling asleep here on the counter. Here, 5 segments to break for the mic.
And you guys are sending in names. It will come organically, I'm sure. He will get a stigma. He'll say something. I've warned him. I'm like, you guys, they never forget anything. They'll always, you say something, they're going to bring it up 2 years later, and you have to go, yeah, all right, I said that. Happens to us all the time.
Yeah.
So
the texters are wondering why Abner didn't get the job.
Well, Abner was.
It's a personnel matter. We're not commenting.
It's
on
Holy Week. He's busy. Abner pointing out he's not a sports guy, is he? No. He knows. I'll let him introduce himself. He watches sports, but he would rather. He told me today, and I know he's going to be pissed when he gets in here tomorrow. But he has a very for the condiments. He has a very specific condiment that he carries with him at all times.
Okay, all right. There's a good teaser for you out there, folks.
Yeah, we will welcome him in tomorrow officially, and he will become part of the old fan. Robert wants to know if he's a Notre Dame fan. No, he's not. He's a Colorado fan.
So that's a check in his favor.
He's also a Nuggets fan. And your dad wants to call him new guy. Okay, that's cool. Can we call you old guy?
If we can. Right. Okay.
Here's somebody who wants to know if he's in WITSEC. Maybe.
Okay, can someone explain to me something here?
Yep.
I've always wondered about this. It is witness protection. How do you shorten that and get to WITSEC?
I have no idea.
It should be WIT Pro.
It should be, but that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it makes sense. WITSEC doesn't make sense. There's no way to shorten that to get to WITSEC.
Hold on.
It's like trying to shorten Dave Van Horn's name, 3 syllables, and call him DVH, also 3 syllables. I don't know. How do we get to that? Witness security? Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, now we're somewhere.
Yeah, it's the witness security program.
WITSEC. That makes sense. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad we figured that out. Now we can move on with our day. I've never understood that. Now I understand.
Now, see?
Dan in Mount Ida has all the answers, man. Way to go.
Witness security. There it is.
Arkansas did miss out on AJ Storr. He will continue his cross-country tour of colleges at Ole Miss, Zachary. AJ Storr has been to St. John's, Wisconsin, Kansas, and Ole Miss.
Yes. Yeah. He's well-traveled.
He is. He's a journeyman.
He is. If there was a definition of a journeyman, he's it.
Right. But hey, anything to get a few extra $100,000
Sure.
laying around, whatever you're going to do.
Nothing
wrong with that.
Gavin, Gavin, you and I are not going to be friends, I don't think. He wants to know if Bill's a Thin Mint guy.
That's only the worst cookie ever made.
It is not. It's not. It is the best cookie ever made.
Bob points out that it's the government. They don't make much sense.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also true.
Everything with the government's now an acronym. Everything is an acronym.
Yep.
This is no different. WITSEC makes perfect.
Witness security.
All right. Did we handle that
Got
okay?
it. I think so.
Okay. Oh, your dad says new guy tomorrow and groundbreaking for Buc-ee's in Benton.
Really? They're
What
doing
a
that
day.
tomorrow? Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's a big Buc-ee's guy. My dad was down there over the weekend. He was in Texas.
Great question from BJ, the owner of B&B Generators. That's how it's listed here. Is he the guy from Colorado that stopped in last year? No, that's Patrick from Colorado Springs. He is a member of the Space Force.
He's busy.
Now, they may know each other, but not the same guy.
No.
And we
Patrick
can
can't comment on that.
Yeah, we can call him Bucky. That'd be funny.
Okay.
I don't know.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. I'm not.
Dollar Bill's pretty good.
That's a pretty good one.
Pretty solid.
Great question. Does Bill get holiday pay for Good Friday, or does he need to work the first 90 days? Yeah, the latter. Whichever one we don't have to pay him for. That's how we're going to roll with it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Let's
Hey, did Patrick get to meet Katy Perry?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a terrific question. Scott the Tortilla Guy with a great question. Is he Scott Hastings approved? They know each other. So, yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Alec in Fort Smith. Is Arkansas out of the picture for Nate Ament?
I hope they get hit by a bus.
Alec, did
read the
well, now hang on. Alex 13. Alex is probably on a bus in Fort Smith at the moment. Did the bus driver turn off the show?
Right.
After yesterday when you outed him for that.
Yeah. Well, that bus driver's been put on leave. Playing this show with kids around. Oh, Lord.
Great question from Gavin. Have we reminded Bill not to turn off the computer in there? Yes. Yes, we've gone. And look, you guys, we will turn you loose at him and you can ask him anything.
Like Johnny Fever, can he say booger?
Yes.
Booger.
Yes. Booger. Yes.
Okay, good.
And I'll ask him. He may have a coffee cup with all of his names on it. It's altogether possible.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's going to be good. And it's going to be starting tomorrow, which means that Zach will be back in here.
Thank God.
Yeah. So
I have suffered enough in this room.
A proper technician on the board next week or tomorrow. That'll be good.
He's got 30 years in. So, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Abner wants to know, is he good with animals? Save your questions. We're going to do a whole thing with you guys, and you can ask him anything.
Right.
Just don't ask me.
All right. There you go. There it is, folks.
He wants to know if he has noisy upstairs neighbors. Guys, again, how does he feel about bald J names? Good Lord, guys. Mile High Bill. Now, that's not the worst name I've heard.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Let him choose it. But you guys can have Adam tomorrow. We'll let
no, you can't self-gloss.
If somebody chimes in and he goes, I like that one, that's not self-glossing. That's choosing.
Okay, all right. You can't come in here and say, and you will now call me whatever. That's not.
You will now call me Bill. That's the only one. But you guys will have full shot at him, like we always do. Is he old like us? Yes. He is. You need extra bookshelves and tires. Guys, save it. Save it.
You can tell them to save it. They're not going to listen.
I know. Do you have any handyman skills to fix y'all's freaking studio? No.
We don't have a lot of structural issues with the studio. It's just the studio, infestation.
It's not the studio. It's the outside building that's going to fall down. The studio will always be.
Only on a windy day. Right. All right. So there you have it.
Yeah. That's it was an exhaustive search, and I lost a lot of sleep over this. I just want you to know I lost a lot of sleep over this. A lot.
Not as much as me.
Oh, stop it.
What?
You lost a lot of sleep.
Not over this, but I've lost a lot of sleep in the last 10 days.
Okay. This has been going on a month.
Okay.
Anyway, so tomorrow, you guys can have at it.
All right.
All right, everybody good now? Everybody cool?
We'll bring that up in between a detailed breakdown of McGuire's outing tonight for the Razorbacks against Pine Bluff.
Of course.
We'll have all the details on that.
I did think about making him watch Skidoo, but I thought that would be cruel and unusual, and he's not an intern. So what I did do was I did give him a little heads up on Quincy Oliver Alexander and told him, do a little research there. You'll be all right. QOA, that's our saint.
Okay. All right, full day. Full day. The position has been filled.
Yes.
And Arkansas got 2 guys out of the portal.
Man,
in men's
we're all
basketball.
filling positions today.
Look at
on
this.
Tax Day, huh?
Look at this. Right. It's all happening here. All right.
There's no motion in the basket. There's no motion in the basket.
That is Buffalo.
That was Buffalo Bill.
We still do the movie game?
Yeah. No.
right.
He'll try. Look, he was in here throwing that thing you do liners at us.
Yeah.
So
we made a real impression on Jay Billis with that. I'm kind of proud of that moment.
Jay Billis has no clue who we are.
Yeah, but he liked that thing you do thing we had in the open back
The
then.
fact that he pulled it out and was like, "That's that thing you do." I mean, we're a house of Jay Billis.
It shows that he was engaged and not just talking into the phone because he had to. He was actually paying attention.
He listened.
That was good.
Right?
It was good. I became a fan that day. I was a fan before. Anybody who's willing to openly criticize the officials and the sport in general while he's calling the game, he's got a pair of marbles on him that I respect. Most people don't rip the game they're actually calling like Jay Billis does. I like that. It's different.
He was very honest with us.
Right. I mean, he's during one of those parades to the replay monitor, he's come just shy of saying, "This sucks. What are we doing?" I love it.
I like when our analysts are human.
Right. Yeah. They're not robots.
Jimmy comes in, tells us he was also almost a Washington general.
See, that
was a great story.
Great piece of trivia right there. That is. Great piece of trivia.
I like my analysts with a little bit of personality.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. 17 after the hour, drive home powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. Okay. Let's see what we got. We got baseball coming up for some of you at, as we say in the industry, the bottom of the hour from beautiful Baum Walker Stadium, Fayetteville, America, Arkansas, and Arkansas Pine Bluff. So that's coming up at the bottom of the hour. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for all of you.
Oh, UAPB. It's going to be a nice night out, right?
Yeah.
Winds died down. It's not 7,000 miles, 70,000 miles per hour out there.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lovely night for baseball.
Dozens of you that make it out the bomb.
Oh, there'll be people there.
Oh, I'm sure.
There'll be people there. They come to see the Razorback. That's what they're going to do. Arkansas Pine Bluff is 8-26, but they're 500 in the league. They're 6-6 in the SWAC. In the SWAC. There you go.
It's not the SEC, Derek.
No, it is not. That is true. No, all right. Well, there you have it, everybody.
All right, can we go home?
Almost. We're almost there.
Okay,
we're almost there. Travel Lodge. We're almost there.
True fan Jess is texting.
Yeah.
You said 2 portal commitments, Derek. Let's go to our guy on the spot, Derek.
Yeah. Pringle and Ewan, the Florida State guy.
Yep. Pringle's from South Carolina.
Pringle
both
from South.
6'10".
That's right. Yeah. Twin Towers situation. Or you just or it's 10 fouls and rotate them in and out.
I have no way to verify if this is true or not, but Doug in Mountain Home has texted in that the Trojans beat Ole Miss.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. In baseball today, Little Rock, who's coming here for 2 games next week, beat Ole Miss today. So everyone can point and laugh at Ole Miss for today. That's always a fun thing to do with the midweek games, even though your midweek team is usually not a fair representation of what your team actually is. But we still love to point and laugh when the other guy loses the midweek game and not your team. It's a fun thing to do. It's a fun pastime.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fun thing.
That's why we're here, is to laugh at other people's
That's
pain.
right. Yes.
What sports is.
Sports is 80% making fun of your rivals and 20% cheering for your team. That's what it all is.
It's about it's about jumping on Twitter after a game and making fun of another fan base.
That's exactly right. and never putting the phone down. Never surrender.
Never give up. Never surrender.
That's correct.
Movie.
Bronx Tale.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Oh, Karate Kid.
Never give up. Never surrender. It's Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Galaxy Quest.
Oh, Galaxy Quest, of course.
Great movie.
Of course. All right. Let me remind you before we get out of here about the Limbird team. A true real estate expert delivers. Oh, they should deliver in this market. That's what happens with the Limbird team. That's what happened with John when he was trying to sell his home in Rogers. He chose to work with the Limbird Real Estate Group, and that was the correct decision. The strategic marketing plan was put into action, and in just 36 hours after listing the property, John got a full price offer on his home. Now, the inspection revealed a few necessary repairs. The team took care of everything, and John and his family got to focus on packing and preparing for their move. John really appreciated the communication style, always on point, as well as the honesty and realism about the selling process. So John and his team enjoyed working with the Limbird team. You will as well. The Limbird team. Tara and her team get you the cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing, sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking price. Find out all about it at LimbirdTeam.com. In fact, find out what your home is worth in seconds. Type it in there at LimbirdTeam.com. Click on Home Estimate. LIMBIRD. LimbirdTeam.com. LimbirdTeam.com. Or go to Google. Don't believe us? Check out the reviews. There's over 1,000 5-star reviews. Just type in Limbird Real Estate Group. All righty. Getting ready to send you off to baseball. Some of you. We will continue on the radio only in Northwest Arkansas on 99.5. But this basically concludes the program, more or less, right?
For some of you.
For some of you.
For
yes,
some of
that's
you,
right.
you know, for the select few, you get to suffer just a little while longer.
That is, yes, that's right. Yes, you do.
So good on you.
Yes. Hope you enjoy the suffering. Yeah. Hopefully if you're stuck on 49 northbound in that parking lot because of the truck fire an hour ago, hopefully we've made it a little more tolerable. Probably not.
Probably not.
That's right.
But no,
All
I
right.
think they got that thing moved. I think.
Well, they were working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those looky-loos that had to slow down and check it out. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. There you have it.
Tick, 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 tick.
There you have it.
Tick,
Boom.
tick, tick,
Got
tick,
it.
tick, tick.
Got there. We got there.